there were some negotiations with Faye, and the party learned. They were told that well, some of them already knew of the holiday, but they were sort of told the Faye's perspective on it, and found out that it's more than just a celebration. There is a you can it's not much written about it. You can look it up if you want. It's like there's a
We
specific
have to
date not
attack the
given,
Fire
but
Nation during an
there's
eclipse.
there's a little bit written on it. It's like one of those things where they just threw it in a book somewhere in Forgotten Realms and were like, oh, we'll write this down. But there's a holiday that's celebrated mostly in Waterdeep called Fae Day. And it happens, if I remember, at the spring equinox. And essentially it is sort of equivalent to Halloween in the Forgotten Realms. Basically, it is a day where supposedly the barriers between the Primaterial Plane and the Feywild are at their weakest, most malleable, and so a lot of people they dress up in masquerade, they hold parties and celebrations, they celebrate Fey. People a lot of times will try and summon or contact from one plane to the other because it's supposedly it's weaker that day. Evidently, it's a lot weaker that day. As the party found out, it definitely is a two-way street. And assuming that the information is correct that they were given, then it is not only most likely that the winner queen will strike on Fey Day because it'll be easier for her to move her forces into the Primaterial Plane without having to pull her punches, so to speak, but also she'll be most vulnerable on that day. And in fact, it's likely that's really the only day she would be vulnerable to any sort of direct action against her. The bad news is that is in, yes. And the bad news is that Fey Day is in approximately 20 days.
So we have to take over a country in 20 days.
You are indeed in the end game now.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, Kenji, I got 700 pieces of gold. What kind of magic bullshit can I get for that?
I'll check my list. I can actually.
I have one or two.
I can actually go. I can actually go buy some of these now, a little easier, which is nice because I had the issue of I was like, okay, well, I want to have magic item crafting and stuff in this game. So we'll figure out a basic idea of prices. And then I remembered, oh, wait, the whole point of the game for the vast majority of it is that these are going to be outlawed. So these prices are not going to be correct. So I had to wing it every single time, but I can finally use these now. Mostly small consumables up to usually up to some potions, oils, maybe a couple of beads of fireball necklace, etc. You could get for that price. You could get some maybe like a vicious weapon or adamantine armor for that price. There's really not a whole lot you could get. Maybe some non-combat utility magic items. It really depends on what you would be going for, but for the most part, it'll be limited to those sorts of things.
Didn't we put in like a huge order already of magic shit?
You guys
yes.
did. I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah. Or you're saying if you sold it? Lawrence, is that what you're asking?
+2 weapon? Yeah, that'd be a lot.
Yeah, he was given that a long time ago by Baldur's Gate. So technically it's his. It's not like I guess, I mean, there were no stipulations attached to the, it was given to him in exchange for his service, so I guess if he wants to sell it back, then
to be
nobody
fair,
can say anything.
A shitload of shit that we're not using.
Let's see. Lawrence.
We have a shitload of gems.
Yeah, you do have gems. Lawrence, you would get approximately, oh boy.
+2 weapon. That's a very rare item.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot. It's like what, at least 1,000 gold, if not more.
Um. uh. Well, you're a little off.
Well, it also has the disrupting enchantment on it. So it's
Yeah,
a
the
plus
Mace of
2 with
Disruption.
extra. I'm gonna look through some magic items.
You would get approximately 6,000 gold for that, Lawrence.
Holy shit!
Uh-huh. Mostly from the Mace of Disruption. That's the actual expensive part. The Disruption enchantment.
That's a lot of moolah right there.
Yep.
Damn. Wait, he still has that freaking banknote for 20,000 gold, doesn't he?
No, he exchanged it. And it was not for 20,000. It was a lot less, but he did exchange it. I think it was a couple thousand. He got it a while back. I don't remember if it was on this visit to the town or if it was the last visit to town, but he did exchange it at one point. He pretty much put all of his funds toward, or the vast majority of his funds toward having a new mace crafted. So that was, I think right now he's angling. He's trying to get rid of his old stuff because he wants a shield upgrade in case anything comes after him in melee.
Where are we currently? I know we zoomed out of.
We're at Waterdeep with the army.
Baldur's Gate, if I remember correctly, because that's where Everick is. You use a
Yeah.
teleportation circle to get there.
Right.
In
that's
fact,
right. Did he say how long it's gonna be
what the
until the weapons are ready?
he mentioned that normally it would take longer, but considering the fact that they actually have, well, before it would have taken longer, obviously, because of the situation. But now they have an actual established, they basically have a real setup here. They have an actual enclave of people that are working at it, that they could get yours to you within a few days. So he gives you definitely no more than a week, most likely 3 days max, depending. If it's something that's common or somewhat common, it might be that. And when I say common, I don't mean the literal rarity. If it's something that is not necessarily exotic or particularly special, it might be quicker because there's also the possibility that from other adventures and the like, they may be able to find it, source it faster. But the more unique it is, the longer it'll take. With what you all have ordered, it should be within 3 or 4 days.
Okay, so that leaves us with 16 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he mentions that if you want to come back and pick it up or even have it delivered, which he could do because they would be able to use teleportation circles to do so, that he could do that. Or you could stay. It's whatever you need to do. Everick mentions that obviously he knows that time is sensitive, and so he can accommodate for essentially magic Amazon at this point because teleportation circles have been established again. Obviously not to Neverwinter, but between Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate at least, and a couple of places around.
I mean, we should definitely pop back up to Waterdeep and let everyone know what the fuck is going on. Try to formulate a plan.
Yeah. So the Firekeep, the Dragon Face, he can't really teleport more than once, maybe twice a day. But there are other people that could help you out there. They have people that go back and forth, and because technically it doesn't, because of the way teleportation works, it doesn't actually require any extra burden for you to bring along extra people. You could probably just find someone that needs to go from one circle to another and ask if you can tag along with them in their spell. So, if you needed to go somewhere like that, then you could, at least while you're at a circle like this, you would be able to do so without really any hassle. So, if there's that option's available to you, if you want to take it, if you don't know, he mentions that specifically, it would be not far from Bellum's Tower and Waterdeep that you would enter once you went through the circle.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, he's since he was the last cranky old wizard that stuck around in Waterdeep. He was the first one to really be able to establish contact with them. So, or they were able to establish contact with to set up, because they're, obviously there were teleportation circles in Waterdeep, but most of them were pretty defunct. So he was able to establish them again.
Is Dragonface with us still?
Yes, he is just kind of brooding silently in the enclave of wizards you got there. He's reading over some tomes and the like, doing something with his various, arcane focus and his own books, etc. Just taking downtime to ready himself.
Well, I mean, I guess we should go. Unless you guys need to do something here.
I have money, but nothing to spend it on.
I have money. But what do I need?
Yeah, Baldur's Gate would be a place to spend it because they obviously have the highest concentration of magical items in the Sword Coast. So,
I don't know how long time has passed since last session and now, in game, of course.
Really, basically none, because after, there was travel time to get from where you were at on the road to the actual forest, and that was the session before, and then you all were in the Fey.
Because I know I tried wanting to craft like a shit ton of alchemy jugs, but it's like not to do that.
Well, what ended up happening is that you all, the party was taken, and yes, Winter Fey, of course, and a sled with reindeer through the forest they needed to travel. So it was only a matter of hours, and then once you left the Feywild, you were teleported here. So it's literally been less than a day, probably less than half a day actually since the last session. What were you asking?
I was about to ask, would it have been possible for me to get started crafting a portable hole?
I don't think you can.
How much? If it's within the artificer, rules, then yeah. You
if it's
can
a
go
magical
ahead.
item, I can craft it.
Let me see. Portable hole. Is there anything you need to know about that, or is all the other rules for that covered in the artificer?
Under magical item crafting? I know that it's a
rare item.
So it's not subject to the artificer's time and cost reductions.
Okay. Let me check. So if you have the available stuff that the class might require of you to do the crafting, then yeah, you can go ahead. Since it's a class feature, you can just begin to work on that.
Yeah, I'll just 2,000 gold. How How many work weeks has it been since the session we went to the tree to now?
Oh,
'Cause I
when
might
you
get
went
this
from
done
the
by
when
then.
you were halfway through the road, you stopped, and then it
Something like that.
was it was it would have been counting the overnight stay and all. It would have been about 2 weeks.
Okay,
So-
this is something that won't be able to be completed before the end of the campaign, but that's fine by me. Asher would definitely do this anyway.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm
this is
sure it'll come in
basically-
handy, or you'll end up killing yourself with it. But
How much is a ring of protection?
a ring of protection. Probably more than you might think.
I know it's like, I want to say it's at least rare.
Yeah, it's rare. And as a saving throws, it is 3,500 standard.
Jesus fucking. I had money at one point.
I still have a lot, I think.
Oh right, I put it all into my giant fucking sword.
All offense, baby.
What about a animated shield?
How much do you need?
I don't know. I'm trying to see versus how much I have versus how much would be what would be useful for my character. I don't have prices of rarity on my chart.
Let me get you the number here. Thank you, Google Drive, for not loading the PDF. I'm glad. Okay, here we go. So, you said an animated shield.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's rare too.
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's very rare, in fact. 6,000.
Fuck. Shit.
And I think what is animated shield just?
It lets you freaking get a shield without having to hold it.
Right. Okay.
Really useful for this character, but nope. God damn it. Can I just
Is that like
pay you
magical
in real
thing
money?
you have to concentrate on though? Because then you won't be able to rage, or is it just happen?
I don't think it requires attunement, but I don't think it's concentration. Let me look. It says it requires attunement. While holding a shield, you can speak its command word as a bonus action to cause it to animate. The shield leaps into the air and hovers in your space to protect you as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free. The shield remains animated for 1 minute until you use a bonus action to end this effect, or until you are incapacitated or die, at which point the shield falls to the ground or into your hand if you have one free. So it does not take concentration.
Yep. It's a really good item, depending on your build.
Yeah, it's very, very good, but also expensive.
How much is it?
Well, with the prices that I use, it's 6,000 gold.
How much do you have?
700. Don't even bother.
Should I just buy it? I have 6,000 gold. Like that's exactly how much
You
I have.
literally have nothing your character needs.
I am so item like everything is. I have all the items attuned. Like I can't do anything else.
He is optimized. He is got best in slot.
The only things I don't have are more spells. It's like the only thing I don't have.
Same.
I'm pretty optimized to fuck shit up.
Buy yourself an Ioun stone then. Or no, not an Ioun stone. What is it?
Pearl power, aren't you thinking of?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Pearls of Power.
I'm pretty sure you have to be attuned to Pearls of Power,
Yes,
don't
you
you?
do.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, you attune to it, and then you can get an expended spell slot up to third
level.
up to up to third level.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a Pearl of Power and I had to give it to someone.
Okay, listen, if you're willing to cover the rest after I pour my 700 gold into it, I'd be thankful.
Like, you can pay me back over a lifetime of servitude.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like,
I've learned from my Fae brethren. If you want to make a deal, then I can respond.
It's funny, the lawyers are getting into a into a legal battle.
Oh, not another one of those damn things. I got screwed over last time.
Oh, gee.
Like, and I just wanted my arm cut off. Eh.
Soren, let's be honest here. If you gave the Fang the opportunity, I could probably kill you before you killed me.
That's a laugh.
Okay. What do you want, Soren? What does your character want from Fang?
Mm-hmm. What?
Blank check. Just say blank check.
Your soul.
Fuck you.
Your soul is mine.
Yes.
Your brother's
I
soul is
literally said that to my DM when I won that boss battle.
I'm trying to think of something good that I would want. I want my family back.
Okay, buddy.
Have to
Art
save my
costume.
family. Anyway,
God, it's getting real Uchiha up in here.
Jason!
would it be possible to upgrade my glamored studded leather armor?
Yeah.
Give it like a plus, so it gets to me like an extra, AC.
Yeah.
I only have like 1,000. Actually, wait, I have like 1,600 gold.
It's
If I wanted a gauntlet that would break my arm but kill the other enemy.
Okay, you said kill the other enemy. I thought you said other end of B, and I was like, okay, so you have a gauntlet that explodes and only keeps your arm intact. In handy, it would be 1,500 gold to get a +1 armor.
Never mind then.
Yeah. As for
I'm
negotiations between Soren and Fang, if you all want to make a warlock pact, you're very welcome to.
Yeah, you're gonna like literally have to worship my unknown deity in order to get this money.
Sorry, I don't worship deities.
How about we trust it to a coin flip?
Wait,
Says the guy with a rigged coin.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck, Kenji. They don't need to know that.
Fucker. Oh my god.
What are you bitching about, Mark? It was for you. I was helping you in this game.
Why you boo me? I'm right.
Exactly what happened. Like, oh, I can, like, oh, you want to get money, you have to give me your soul, or something. It's like, or worship my own dead. I'm like, how about we flip a coin? And Mark's like, no, I don't want to flip it. You're rigged bullshit. Like, I'm helping you. Shut up.
Can I get actually a +2 shield? I have a +1.
Yeah. So, if are you telling me upgrading your shield would be 3,000.
Done.
Yeah. Basically, the role that I use for the purposes of this game currently, just kind of testing the waters with it, is that
a pheromone?
if you have a plus whatever item, then to upgrade that to the next step, it is half the cost of buying the item new. So whereas a +2 weapon or +2 piece of armor or shield is normally 6,000 GP, if you have a +1, you can step it up to +2 for half the price, but you have to go from tier to tier. Is that a thing?
No, I'm just
Okay. I was like, when did they add that? That's too much. That's too much. You get a +5 AC.
You can do it with shields.
I'm just waiting for one of my players to come to me and ask to make a dual wield shield build. That's
Like freaking Dark
Look,
Souls.
man, I thought about it. I was about to be a Captain America monk, but it's like, oh no, monks can't use shields and shields.
Not with that attitude, they
Make it
can't.
your weapon.
Not with that attitude, they can't.
My AC is finally 20.
Well,
With
okay.
shield, it's 25.
Now I'll tell you this, Fang. If you want to take out a loan, buddy.
Yeah, and then you can expel the jewelry.
Yeah, it's like Crusader Kings. It's just, did they ever patch it and put a downside to that? Or is it still
you
the
get,
same?
Like some negative opinion, but it's pretty tame.
I've got this. All you need to do is send me a gift of all your money, and I'm gonna reject it like 7,000 times, and then you can just keep accepting it back.
Yeah, it's like a
Shout out to whoever
glitch.
knows what glitch that is.
Yep.
That is a literal glitch in Fable 3 for
Yup,
to make
yup.
money.
I
I
remember that.
remember that. I remember
You sign
that.
in as another character as a co-op thing. You send them a gift of money, and they just
Mhm.
keep rejecting it over and over again. And you go back as yourself and accept all the money back.
I remember I used to unplug my Ethernet cable from my Xbox and like Fable 2. I don't remember if it worked in Fable 3 or not. And then I would buy businesses and then I would set my
Oh, yeah,
clock for it on the Xbox like 100 years.
I freaking did.
Businesses
I plugged in a second controller on my 360 and just maxed out all my shields.
I love old
Kenny,
busted RPGs.
Here's a question.
You know what's really messed up about Fable 3? I don't know how they expect you to make that money legally, because I made half of that money before someone told me about that cheat. I'm like, oh my god, this is so much easier.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about it at all. Like I literally like, how are you
Freaking
supposed to
real
like
estate,
buy
man.
shit in this game? I don't understand.
Yeah, it was literally like in Fable 3, it's like, oh, it's literally a gold coin to save a person. There's like 6 million people. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of
so
people
I'm
died in my game, in my playthrough.
I literally
my
just
favorite.
did the. I did the real estate thing and just kept my Xbox controller charging a spell, and let it track.
Yep. Do you guys? I don't know if you guys have ever played Morrowind.
I can't.
Elder Scrolls
I
3.
tried. I couldn't.
Dude, the best way I can sum that game up is to I think I've mentioned this before, is to talk about the exploit with skill trainers, because in that game skill trainers will how much they charge to train your skills scales on how high your skill is. It's very simple. So if you go from if your skill is only like level 10, it's going to be cheap, and if your skill is near max, it's going to be a lot of money. However, there is an easy exploit to get around this, which is that you can go, because there's spellcraft in that game, you craft a spell or magic item that debuffs your own, that puts a
Oh my god.
skill weakness on yourself. So you debuff your skill to level 1 and you go train it 100 times and you pay like 5 gold and you have a max skill.
I mean, you say that, but that's like the Skyrim one, where if you can find one of the people who's like a master, you can get like 90 and kick. Who's also a
Companion.
companion. You can just like
Mm-hmm.
say, join me, pay them, give me my money back, pay them, give me my money back.
Yep. Or Oblivion, when the first thing I would do every time I started a playthrough is I would cross the river when you get out of the sewer to the bandit camp. I would get in the wall on the opposite side of them, walk into the corner, crouch, put a rubber band around my controller, and go do something else for like half an hour or a couple
really
hours or whatever, and then
speeds
come
up
back and have
drag
100
guys
sneak.
over.
It's really good. I don't think D&D works like that, unfortunately, but if one of you guys can find a way to
You don't
XP
know.
grind in this
You
game.
don't know. You don't know.
There's a reason people prefer milestones.
Yeah, I like milestones for myself because the games with XP can get really cheesy. Like, I know that the story thing is urgent and this person they have a horrible illness and they need this
Yeah,
potion,
but,
but there's
XP
like,
away from being level 10.
yeah, exactly.
Do these monsters respawn if I leave?
All right, Kenji, I actually have an actual question because I thought about this earlier and I didn't think to tell you.
What else is new?
Back
You
in
don't
my
think?
back. During when we made up my backstory, you said that asshole got his land and shit revoked. Did I get it, or was that just seized by the kingdom?
That was seized by the kingdom.
Damn it! I was hoping to
don't
get a
get shit,
reward because he
asshole.
was an asshole.
Now, if you want to go discuss it with him, you can. But
The guy that's dead?
he did get his stuff revoked. No, not him. If you want to go discuss it with the kingdom,
We're about to kill the king.
Man,
well, you can talk to him first.
technically, like a lot of our characters have done that, but you know.
I mean, Fang doesn't really legally have a leg to stand on, other than the fact that this asshole stole from him, and then because I freaking caused him to lose his titles. And suck.
Yeah, you bested him in combat.
I got
Now
my
you
ass
take
kicked
it when
because
it's
he had
his.
divine intervention. Don't even try. I'm not.
Just
I'm
go
not-
take it over. Just go take it. Just go hire a bunch of goons and take it over. Possession is 9/10 of the law. That's how it works.
Indeed.
I was just hoping I had a secret supply of money I didn't know about.
No, that was seized. If there had been anyone else that maybe could have gone to.
The IRS is coming after you.
Yes. In fact, you do own it, but property taxes no. No back taxes, but there was no one else that could have gone to. He was sort of a baron of his own. He was he had been granted a lot of that because of personal deeds, and so rather than going to someone else, it was seized by the crown whenever he was stripped of his titles and land. So.
All right, we're in a city of magic, right? In alchemy.
And I get nothing. It's
correct.
I'm gonna start an auction for this Fey Oranberry I have.
You've been trying to get rid of that berry for so long. It's been like 4 months.
At the other
Probably
hideout.
longer than that.
Like, you went out of your way to specify. Oh, this apparently it belongs to some Fey or something. That's not good that you took it. It's actually worth a little.
And you know the best part about it? All of that started because I randomly rolled it on a table and I just added to it.
You know what the funny part about that is? You told him it comes from the Feywild. And so he's like, I'm gonna try to give it to someone in the Feywild.
Yeah, that didn't work.
I know it did. It's quite hilarious.
Necro, you have. Yeah, that's actually a good question. I don't know if that tree is grown yet. That was one of the reasons I grew one of the trees, is so you'd have freaking those berries.
Can we
to add to
cast
your
time
potions.
magic on it?
I don't think that's how it works.
You don't know.
It's exactly how alchemy works.
Time magic?
We just use time magic. Make it so it grows up faster.
We
Like an arcane miracle grow.
Flip a coin. This coin specifically. I would like to see if anyone is selling the the Orrery of the Wanderer?
You know what? Soren?
Wanderer's Orrery?
Soren, let's play a game of cards.
I'll look for that item.
For what? I only have 3,000 now.
Oh. When did that happen?
When I
He
bought
bought
a
a shield.
shield.
Oh.
Hey Kenji,
Hmm.
can I have the magic item Orrery of the Wanderer?
What, like Ori in the Forest?
No, Orrery of the Wanderer. I know you're gonna say no. The answer is no. I just
Let's see. I'm sure this is a simple item. I'm sure it's nothing crazy, right? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nah. Just
If
you
want
know,
crazy items,
you
I'll pull things
can
from your
cast
bag.
demi-plane and gate and teleportation circle blade shift. Let's see.
Okay, Kenji, how about this? Kenji?
that's not even
potion
the
of speed.
worst part of it. The worst part of it is the sum of its parts, and it has 6 pieces that all are broken as hell by themselves. Oh my god.
What was that, Mark?
How much would a potion of speed cost?
I don't know if it's legal, but
It's a potion
Really?
version of haste.
Really? Kenji? Really?
I went there. You gave me an opportunity and I took it.
My question is, why have we done so much and we don't get nothing, no discounts or anything? This is bullshit.
Dude, it's high
Hey,
level.
Hey
magic.
man, shit, times are hard. Okay.
It's the economy right now. COVID hit the
It's a shame that
feather
COVID
lung
is
hit water deep.
bringing
This isn't
things
water
to
deep. Never mind.
Japan.
Disregard that. But let me check.
It's a shame we're in the end game now. If we succeed,
400 gold.
400. I'm buying that potion of haste
Okay.
because that
Potion
is
of
a
speed.
How
really
much do
useful
belts of giant
thing
strength
to get.
cost? So I don't get shit.
What's the rarity? I could be able to craft that in like a couple of days.
It's definitely not uncommon. I can tell you that right now.
Well, never mind then.
Like, I think the lowest one is, oh god, that's not right. Hill giant. A hill giant is rare.
Yeah, belt of giant strength. It's hard to even price that. You would have to probably look for
Feels like
someone that
epic
has one.
items.
How much for a?
Can I look for someone who has one and murder him?
Maybe and maybe.
Jesus Christ. How much would it be to craft a potion of heroism?
Of heroin?
That's what I thought he was going to say.
Heroism.
we
No,
need
not
to-
heroin.
A potion of heroism is 180 gold. So generally, my rule is that if you have managed to make it before, or if you have the recipe somehow, and know how, with the specifics of how to brew it and all that, then you can, with half the cost, craft the potion. So
I have
assuming you
a.
figure out how to make a potion of heroism, you could make them for 90 gold with certain amounts of time and a check.
I do have the alchemy stats or proficiency in that.
If you're doing
Still
this
need
for
something to
an
attune it to.
economic scheme, okay, but I can just
First of all-
heroes feast us.
First of all, this here says like the site where I'm looking at, it says like you gain 10 temporary hit points for an hour, and I'm also under the effects of bless. Is that correct?
Let
Or
me
am I
check.
wrong?
That
I'm
doesn't
pretty sure
sound like
heroism
that
is a
sounds
spell.
So you're wrong.
I'm pretty sure heroism is a spell, but
It
It
is.
is.
Yeah, it immunes you from fright.
okay, no, he's correct. The
What?
potion of heroism gives you 10 temporary hit points and gives you the effect of bless.
Yeah.
No concentration required. That is
like-
really
so
good.
it's not using the spell heroism; it's doing something else.
Yeah, I got confused because I assumed it was just a potion of the spell heroism. Because the spell heroism, if I remember correctly, it's that I think at the start of your turn you regain temporary hit point. Yeah, a willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery until the spell ends. The creature is immune to being frightened. It gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcast and ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. I thought that was what it was going to be, but no. Potion of heroism is you get 10 temporary hit points and you're under the effect of bless, no concentration required.
Yeah, so I imagine that's a bit more costly than what you were imagining.
Actually, no, it is
No?
not.
All right.
I don't
fine,
want to
I'll
cheat my own
buy-
prices, so I don't want to like arbitrarily change them. So with what I have set up here,
Fair enough.
I'll stick with that.
I guess I'll buy a couple of those and how much is it to craft a superior healing potion?
A superior healing potion.
Well, that's
That's
right.
a
I
rare
wanted
one.
tattoos, but Kenji's like, no, you can have tattoos.
I didn't say you can't have tattoos, but you got to find somebody who's a tattoo artist and has the
Look, man,
magic
This
tattoos.
is-
Chick tattoo artist? Would I know?
Would you know anybody? Probably. It's kind of an obscure art, so probably not anybody in specific.
Magic.
You might know where to go
I
to
was
look
a
to try to
magic item
find
salesman.
someone who can do it.
So maybe I do know, or
I mean, you could go and try to find somebody that would maybe know how to do it. And you could also, I would say, make a history check. Well, history wouldn't be. I'll say you could make a make an investigation check to maybe dig up some of your contacts and figure out if any of them might have contact with someone who might be into it. But it would sort of be like, yeah, it's one of those things where like you wouldn't know specifically personally because it's kind of an obscure thing, but you might know someone who knows.
I got 25. What does that do?
Potion of superior healing, by the way, is 450. Okay, with the 25. Yeah, you do know of someone you have worked with in the past. He is he came over to the Sword Coast from pretty far away from some. He never really specified where it was. Definitely overseas somewhere, and he used to live a tribal lifestyle. And you recall he mentioned he was pretty tatted up, we'll say, and they didn't seem like just regular tattoos. And you recall him mentioning a shaman that came over with him.
Kenji, I have a stupid question. Can I use my key in 2 different ways?
What do you mean?
I want my key to be able to to be able to turn paper into any texture I want it to, and make it very sticky.
No.
You want fly paper?
I'm gonna be Hisoka in this bitch.
Never.
Yeah.
Have different tattoos for different uses. Give me a second. Rip the tattoo.
It's like those fake tattoos. Just
yeah, like Hisoka from Hunter. He literally has the ability to change textures and make him stick to things. So he pretended to be one of the bad guys and had the tattoo.
Yeah, I remember that.
He literally
he pulls it off. Yeah. Well, here's the problem with that. I don't think that would work in this setting, but believe me, if you wanna talk to me about maybe engineering a way so that those like fruit roll-ups or whatever they call them, they give you the tattoo on your tongue. Maybe we'll set up something for like 2,500 years in the future when artificers are much more advanced. They found a way to have like vending machine magic items.
Can we just agree that the concept for that is actually disgusting?
What?
You put the tattoo, you get the candy, you roll it out, you put it on your arm, you get the fake tattoo, and then you eat the candy.
I usually put it on my tongue. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you?
When I was younger, I saw kids do that dumb shit.
Because
he saw kids. Are you sure you didn't do it?
My parents didn't.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like.
My parents bought me regular food by the foot.
It's like, man, you ever had one of those moments where you talk to someone like, "What? You didn't do that when you were little?" It's like,
oh my god,
no. I always just figured the idea of it was that as you eat it, you get the tattoo on your tongue. Because I never did it. I just ate. I scarfed the thing down. But
yeah, like a savage. You don't
like a man.
Like tattoos, whatever. Just gonna eat the thing like a normal person.
But yes, to answer your question, and Asher does. He does know someone who came from overseas and mentioned that the shaman he had from his tribe had come with him. And he is up north a little ways. He does not live in the city.
Yeah, I totally know a guy. I'll definitely relay the information and my Asher-ness.
You would have to get in contact with him somehow or another.
Shit. Fuck.
He is relatively solitary.
I wish I knew the sending spell.
Buy a sending stone, my boy.
Never mind, they all suck.
Just throw the other sentence down and like message in a bottle.
Okay, Kenji, I'm gonna ask if this exists in your world because I just remembered it.
Okay.
I forget what the actual item is called, but it is effectively a dispel magic grenade.
Look, man.
If you can find the item in D&D, I'll let you know. But
look, I can't get a freaking sword and/or my arm to cast counterspell. He's not going to give that to you.
Okay. Shit. By the time I buy buy a scroll that has like sending on it, like I'll have no money to get the tattoos.
You know, I have sending, right?
Yeah, but do you know the guy?
Exactly. You have to know the person.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so what you do, right, is you let
Can you-
Soren kill you so that he can use his whisper thing to get your memories, and then you get resurrected so that he can.
Okay, look. No. Can he just read my mind? Go deeper to where he.
That's just boring. I like
Look,
the idea
I
of
don't
killing
want.
you more.
Jesus Christ! Look, I already had my arm cut off twice. Okay, I don't need more of
Oh
this.
my god, that's right. We cut your arm off. He used regenerate, and we had to cut it off again.
Well,
I forgot about that. That's
well, what-
hilarious.
Well, because I'm Asher, I kept both those cut off arms in my box. They're refrigerated. They're on ice in case I ever need them.
Why
Flesh golem.
would you need?
Why not? I
If you have like
two left
98,000
arms.
gold or however much it costs to get a tome of flesh golem, then.
I have 2 left arms. Would anybody want 2 left arms? Is there like a lizard folk cook that might? need
No.
to- Damn.
The way Kenji said that.
Just no. Yeah, just morally against it.
It's his arm.
Yeah, they're my 2 arms.
It doesn't matter.
I
feel like
consent to the cannibalism. It's okay, right?
Is this really the first law of Baldur's Gate that you want to break?
Kind of, that's a law.
Okay, it wouldn't be me breaking it. It'd be the lizard folk cook.
Who? Yes, but you're his supplier. Now we got to keep.
Roll me a
cutting your
D100.
arms off so you can keep- Oh god, this is gonna end poorly.
Now I don't know if I want to.
Too late. I
Fuck
made
it.
an executive decision.
18.
Okay, there's
Terrible.
no lizard folk cook.
What?
Damn it. Yeah, I tried.
Oh yeah, we forgot. This is Kenji's world. So there's only half orcs, humans, elves.
Half lizard folk.
Jesus Christ.
They're all paladins.
Yeah, boy. Well, a lot of they're cannibals, because,
I mean,
no such thing as a non-lawful good
paladins can
paladin,
be
am I
evil.
right?
Paladins
Shut
can
the
be evil.
fuck up.
But no, there's no lizard folk cook, unfortunately. You get some odd looks if you ask around.
Can I have a hammer of thunderbolts?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just gonna get.
kind of fun. Man, this is bad. There is nothing for monks in this thing.
You
Monks
said it was 450 gold for a superior healing
For what?
potion?
Yes. 450.
Alrighty. Well, I'm done shopping.
All right. Anybody else need anything?
I mean, I don't know.
Let me rephrase that. Anybody else need anything that would be available here, possibly?
Yeah, can I have a ring with 3 wishes?
You know what?
May or may not be.
You know what?
Roll a
Actually,
10,000.
if you would like to make a pact, Asher.
No, not worshiping anybody.
Packed with who?
Please don't. If you would like me to introduce the various NPCs that I have ready in case anyone needs a pact.
Hey man, I've already got a winter fam ahead.
There is
What's the worst that can happen?
a genie pack warlock that was released. I think it's
I
North
know, and
Arcana,
I
but
want to play one so bad.
so if you want to do that, Asher.
I'm good.
Alrighty.
No, I mean, I'll probably fuck up the wish anyway.
I'm being serious. Seriously, I can't find shit that I can use
Yep.
because like builds of giant strength is probably the only thing that Aaron could technically really use, but no one's got that shit, and no one's gonna part with it. Half the thing I can't use to begin with. I hate my life.
Wow.
Okay. All right, hold on. Aaron, I will trade you these gauntlets for my mantle back.
I thought I just gave that back to you.
No, you didn't.
Oh, well, the plan was to give it back to you. There was no need for me to use it.
Well, there
Like,
was
it's in your
if
bag.
Kenji
You
let you
haven't
get
been-
the extra 1d4 on your unarmed strikes.
Since when was that a thing?
It is a thing.
Yeah, that's not for. So
I'm looking at the text right now, Kenji.
Because I've never used that.
You gain a claw/bite attack that deals 1d6.
It does a
plus your
1d4.
strength.
That doesn't.
1d6. Yeah, you gain an
extra
unarmed
anything.
attack, and you essentially gain natural weapons.
So I will give you those gauntlets you love so much if you will give me that back.
Wait, gauntlets of overstrength?
Yeah.
We could literally have that thing make it. I point at Asher.
Okay.
Necro, if you're cursing at me, I don't know. And those dashes aren't emoticons.
Look. Aaron, we're really pissed off at you a little bit.
That's the
I
item.
gave you a new
yes.
arm, and you just continue to disrespect me.
No. Darius gave me a new arm. You just made it improved because you needed to make it for yourself.
Your arm was like barely any fucking thing. Whatever. Fuck you.
It punched.
Punch. That's it. That's all it could do. Your arm could do anything now. I can install mods to it to make it even better.
It can do anything. I point at the sky and try to shoot key. Nope, can't do anything. You're a liar.
Alright, so
Artificers are so unappreciated.
So you don't want the gauntlets then?
No, fuck your gauntlets.
So, are you actually throwing away the lion's mantle, or are you actually giving that back?
I'm giving it to you. I don't need it.
Alright, then I'll reattune to
Oh,
that then.
I know what I want. Can I find someone who has a portable hole?
He's literally started crafting one.
What?
Yeah, but that's gonna take a while, and it'll probably be done after the campaign. So
I'm gonna buy a portable hole. Just Kenji keeps trying.
You have 8,000 gold.
I don't know how much fucking gold I have. I don't spend up that shit.
I think most of us have gone into party loot because you've gotten a couple large sums because a lot of your basic stuff went unpaid. But saving the good people of the Forgotten Realms is enough payment, right, guys?
No, fuck them. Give me money.
We have a fully lawful good aligned party.
That's a lie.
I don't think anybody in the party's lawful, actually.
So we have a fully no, we don't. Toki's in the party. Don't lie.
I think there's some people that are good in the party, but I don't think anybody's lawful.
oh no.
I have 6,000 gold and a javelin of lightning. And I promise not to punch. No kidding.
Jesus
Hey,
fucking
Soren,
Christ.
give me 3,000. Let me 3,000 gold.
Do you value your soul?
He probably
you're gonna
doesn't
have
at
to
this
fight
point.
You're going to literally have to fight gods to get it. So
He's like, that's his defense. Is if he makes a pact, he'll just make another pact, so they have to fight over it. Which
you'll have to fight. You'll have to fight a god for it. But
it's like you can't repo my car if another company I'm in debt to as well.
Oh, who are you? Oh, you're indebted to who?
What?
Who are you already indebted
As
to?
far as Afterlife and Souls, I think it's probably mostly on account of his mother. So
Yep.
yeah.
Well, I'll fight her.
Really, you're gonna fight the god of fighting? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I'll pray for you.
If I was any other type of barbarian, this mantle would have been really useful.
What do you need it for?
What the portable hole?
How is that going to help? Sneaking places, I guess?
I mean, I may or may not be building an undead army.
What?
Not only that, there are still porcelain warriors. There's porcelain people out here that need somewhere to go. Can't just leave them there. They punch people, man.
Okay, so here's the deal.
That's not a joke. That is not a joke because I forgot. I never reclaimed them after that fight, after that war.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of porcelain lying around in the woods.
Like freaking weeping angels, just like someone walks by, boom, ah! Did that statue just deck me in the face?
Oh my god.
I mean, no, I don't. I guess I don't really need anything, which is this fight's gonna suck.
Need some cash
do
on
have-
hand in case you need to bribe someone.
Because I do have one thing that you idiots keep forgetting about. That's probably gonna be very helpful in this fight. So I'll just reattune to those. Yeah, I guess we're done shopping.
All right.
How am I supposed to know? I got them a long time ago.
Well, okay, yeah, you could. I mean, you could ask him about him. Let me roll something.
Or did you yourself forgot about them too?
No, I know about them, but I didn't think they would ever come back into play. So let me.
I'm always asking around. Apparently, nobody has answer to them.
Yeah.
Every time I try to get rid of them, apparently nobody
We've
wants.
been in like 3 libraries. Maybe you should do some research.
Nobody listens.
Wait, when did you
That's
start
fair.
talking again? I just realized this is the first time you talked in like 3 sessions.
Yeah, your mic is working again?
It's always been just nobody listens.
You just didn't listen.
Like that's not.
It was so low. Like, we could barely hear you before, and it sounds a lot clearer, actually.
I didn't change
Yeah, you
anything.
sound.
He's been charging up his voice. He's been charging up his voice. That's what,
No, I literally did not change anything.
I find that difficult to believe because you sound
Yeah,
way
I-
clearer now.
Yeah, press X to doubt.
Yeah.
Because before the reason we
Before it
talked
was
over
like-
you is because we didn't know you were talking because it was so low. All I hear was like.
Yeah, exactly. Before it was like, and it was, now it's very clear. But let's see. Okay, so Everett doesn't know, but he directs you to his granddaughter who runs a library, and she.
Another library. Holy shit!
This showed up a long time ago, but
Is it in the city?
yeah, it's right where you guys are at. It's not far from the building you're in. And if you ask her, she goes through some old books and mentions that these seem to be from. There was a pretty relatively ancient seaborne civilization that was supposedly. It's not far from here, not far from west of the Sword Coast, and it was supposedly wiped out by Umberlee in a display of wrath.
It's the
And
city of Atlantis.
something like that. And other than maybe a couple of shattered islands, which likely don't have anything usable or recognizable anymore, that there's really nothing left of the civilization. It's completely disappeared. And those stone tablets seem to be from they seem to be, according to other finds that people have managed to dig up from the remains of that civilization. It appears those stone tablets are from that.
Is that where Darius is from?
Mm-hmm.
Can I throw a fucking summoning stone to ask him questions about this?
He probably wouldn't know anything. He didn't, but he didn't mention. And I think at one point he was asked, but I suppose you could. What questions would you ask?
Like, literally, what's the point of me having these? Showing it belong to them.
Yeah, it should. Probably. In fact, I don't know out of character why you have them. I don't remember how that exchange happened. I know that you've had them for like 6 months, but I don't know how you got them. I don't remember.
Yeah, do I actually?
Yeah. They are ancient stone tablets from a destroyed seaborne civilization. Atlantis, basically.
Have you tried selling those?
Yes. Nobody wants them. Try giving them away, too. Nobody wants it either.
Stupid Atlantis.
Have you tried a museum? The librarian asks.
I'll just leave it at the library.
Wait. We need to see if one of us has a gene signature to activate them, so we can use the Stargate.
All right. She says it's very much appreciated, and it's an important piece of history. I'll go to try to decode it and decipher it.
Stargate Atlantis. Fuck you guys.
Stargate, man.
Why the hell do I have 6 winter coats?
If I remember correctly, you bought winter coats for everybody because other people weren't buying them up at Luskin.
Sounds right.
So I have dusty sheets, dragon bark, an incense holder, lion's mane, poison of calming, and the antidote that I haven't used since session 2, 3.
You know, I'd use all my money to buy poison, but I'm pretty sure she's immune, so there's no point.
Lawrence is at that part of the game in like Elder Scrolls where he realizes that he finally needs to clear out his inventory. So
Still have gunpowder.
From the ruins at Varashna's ruins.
And for some reason, I have a portrait of my father.
Is there anything else you need to figure out about your items, or?
Can I trade this useless ass sword? Spear.
Oh,
It's a spear of destiny. It's very important.
We forgot about the legend lore on that, didn't we?
Would you like to use legend lore on it?
Yeah, somebody's gonna pay for the incense for it.
Would anyone like to pay for the instance for it?
How much is it?
I think that it was $250.
Yeah, I'll pay for it. It's like nothing.
Okay, if you cast Legend Lore, you're told that the spear once belonged to a champion of this particular deity that asked the questions to, who carried it until someone else could take it up in his stead, but died before his time. His objects were scattered. That's about it.
All right, let's go plan an assault on an entire kingdom.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Legend Lore. The less you know about it, the less you get. So there's little to say there, but it is what you get. So if there's anything else, you can try and take care of that. But do what?
Is this a Christian spear, like in actual reality?
Like Lance of Longinus? No, it is dedicated to. I believe, if I recall correctly, I stated that it was dedicated to Tempest. It's supposed to be the spear of a war god. And so the way it works is, again, every 7 days, once it at dawn of the seventh day, it'll it's the ability. I think the one it used was divination. I can't remember what spell it used as a. I'll have to double check, but a spell that allows you to contact a deity. Essentially, it asks the question of whether this is the day where it's willed or when it's willed or will destroy the scarred oak. That's all it does. It's Tempest that it asks.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Oh, if you happen to remember it, let me know. I should remember all these items and things, but otherwise, for those of you, like Sproul joined late, maybe you all would have the option with the teleportation circle. You could head to Waterdeep or one of a few other teleportation circles that they still have contact with around the Sword Coast if you need to travel quickly. And so that's an option available to you while you're at a teleportation circle. You could hitch a ride with somebody who would be willing, if you could find someone willing, because there's no extra cost or burden to taking extra people along under the rules of teleportation. But otherwise, that's probably the quickest available option for travel to you all. Other than traversing other planes, of course. So wherever you all would like to go next would be up to you.
Well, I guess we should just go to Waterdeep, reconnect with the Revolution gang.
Any objections to that?
No, I'm good.
And Lawrence, you did have a Tome of Wisdom yet. Tome of Understanding, I think it's called. You got it from the House of Knowledge.
Fucking garbage. Somehow he keeps ending up with the tomes that give you fucking boosts. I call hacks, Kenji. I call hacks.
God finally answered my prayers.
I look for the book. No, you don't find nothing like that. Lawrence just
I
happens.
mean,
to have it.
technically, I don't think you can. More than one person can read it, right?
No, it's 100 years in between.
Oh well, that's fine. You guys can go into crow sleep. Right. You're an elf. You can.
But it won't matter because the campaign will be over.
Bold of you to assume. Yes, Lawrence, your prayers were finally answered. Are you faithful now?
I'm gonna, my allegiance goes towards the outer gods now.
Okay, buddy. That's probably not good.
Yeah, Aaron, we lose. Aaron wakes up, punches the nearest person. They pull out a lightsaber. It's like, wait, where am I?
All right. So if there are no further objections, then Soren suggests moving on to teleportation to Waterdeep so that you can reconnect with the other leaders and then make your first move.
Question: who is the leader of Baldur's Gate? Is it like?
Well, the way Baldur's Gate works, so they're another free city state and all. So the way they work is they have a plutocracy. So rather than a straight council cell parliament democracy or a king, there's a council of four. There is a parliament of peers, but they really only mainly it's ruled by a council of four, basically four grand dukes. So they technically run the government of the city and all, but for all intents and purposes, during the wartime, the preparation for wartime over the past few months, the commander that you all had fought with in the beginning of the campaign, Commander Barthen, he has been running military affairs, and so generally he's the one you've gone to. But if you go to the highest level, there's a council of four grand dukes, the top of the government. And five deputies, five city officials that oversee certain venues. So you have certain subjects. So you have the harbor master, the high constable, and master of walls, the master of drains and underways, the master of cobbles, and the purse master. So you have basically your harbor master, your guy who takes care of defense. You have your essentially plumber. You have your construction officer, and then you have the guy who is the financial officer.
All these guys, like, how do we like? I mean, I guess before we had like someone in Waterdeep just like contact them to like assist us with stuff.
Are you talking about Baldur's Gate, this government?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was Commander Barth, and he had been given because it's just not necessarily a militarized city, but there is a large presence of mercenary companies there that basically are intertwined with the city watch of Baldur's Gate, and he is a very high-ranking member of that, or he was, and then he retired, and then on the day of his retirement, everything popped off. So essentially, he is overseeing and not only a large part, an important part of Baldur's Gate, but he was also granted sort of executive powers during the preparation for wartime. And so he has been relaying things, and he has been the one who has been kind of your liaison. And it's only been whenever that goes to actually running the city financially and et cetera that the city officers and the council of four are called in for laws and the like and rulings. Your day-to-day stuff in Baldur's Gate in military defense has been handled by Barthen and the like.
Is he still there?
Yes, he's in Baldur's Gate.
Okay. Well, maybe we should. Fuck it. I'll just let him know that like we'll send him a message to see like about what's going to happen in the next 20 days, but that there's basically
Hey, kid, want to kill a god?
like we're going to be in need of that, of him and his military force.
Right. Okay. He'll tell you that there are some wizards and the like that can assist, but for the most part, it's going to be the Flame and Fist Mercenary Company that is mostly the watch of the city is going to be actually watching the city, but the Flame and Fist Mercenary Company will for sure be fighting alongside you. And he tells you that he can, assuming he abandons. He has all of the Flame and Fist abandon the city and just leave that to the watch. Then he can mobilize around a couple thousand troops, or around 2,000 Flame and Fist mercenaries.
Anything helps. That's great. Cool. All right. That's on the checklist. We got those dudes. On to the next thing.
Right. So, what would you like to do next then?
Oh, I thought we were going to Waterdeep teleportation.
Right. Is there? I mean, once you get there, what?
I guess call like a meeting of everybody that's important that we usually meet with.
Okay, another council. You would request an audience with the council then. The hidden
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Dragonface at this point, like we're cool. We don't have to like.
No, I'm pretty sure he hates you the most. He dislikes all of us because we screwed him over, but he dislikes you the most.
No, that's just you.
He's mostly been silent.
I don't think he's fond of the name Dragonface.
He's probably been called worse.
Probably.
Hey, Dragon Fucker. No, that's just an awesome name. That's nice.
That's just an incorrect.
Great bud, Dragon Fucker. Oh God.
Yeah, he would be able to.
Character. It's gonna be a bard who calls himself the Dragon Fucker.
You just lean into the tropes, man.
But yeah, he tells you that he would be able to, of course, contact the rest of the Hidden Council, all the closed lords. Would you like to do so?
Yeah, I think it's important that we let them know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so, you get there, and it's relatively short affair because teleportation circle. You manage to find someone who's traveling there, and they're willing to bring you along, and eventually your party over a trip or two gets across, and you end up in or near rather Bellum's Tower. You move over to Waterdeep, and you're told that the closed lords can prepare for a meeting immediately. If you would like to head to the meeting spot, and if you do so, it's it's mostly the same drill as always. Kind of undisclosed, secure location, discreet from the outside, but highly secured from the inside. And you all are ushered into a place that's open enough where you can gather, and you're once again faced with the black-robed closed lords who wear those black formless masks well to shroud their faces. And they face you all, as far as you can tell anyway, and incline their heads in greeting. One of them speaks up and asks, if your quest was fruitful.
Well, we learned a lot, and we did manage to get rid of the object that we were trying to rid the Northern Kingdom of. However, there's gonna be something coming in 20 days that we all need to be really prepared for. We've
Fey
learned
Day, one of them asks.
Yes, as you know, this is the day where the veil between the Feywild and our plane is most thin, and this is when the Winter Queen plans to unleash her legion on us and take over our world.
And does make sense, but you're sure of this?
Oh, very, very sure. Had it on good authority.
And what authority might that be?
Well, let's just say someone who's well within the court of the Winter Fae.
One of the other lords speaks up and says, "Surely you've not consorted with the court itself."
Fang just looks at Soren.
Aaron just continues to pretend like he's not there. Surely you haven't consorted with them, he says to the person who has a winter fae in his head.
Aaron just peace on and disappears, fades away.
Aaron's just gone. We needed to be sure what was happening, and we needed to get as much information as possible.
And I take it the Firekeep, as usual, assisted in such reckless matters.
The what?
They indicate Dragonface.
Oh, yes. Dragon Fire. Yeah. He was helpful.
For quite a while, he's been pursuing these strange, reckless negotiations with beings that, frankly, can't be trusted. How do we know we can trust him now? One of the closed lords asks, and some of them seem to agree, and some of them seem downright offended at the notion that one of their own would be, at least one of their most trusted own would be a traitor like that.
Well, I don't trust these beings really.
Because apparently you don't know how a fucking pact with a fae works.
But this man's definitely dedicating himself to helping. I think he's in a particular situation that most people wouldn't want to be in.
I did say that out loud, though.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, but it's for the good of the realm.
You know, when they were like, well, how do we know he has a tournament? Because apparently you don't know how to deal with the fucking Fae works.
Would you care to enlighten us then, Monk?
The Fae can't lie and they can't go back on their word.
There are plenty of ways to trick within that.
There are. Truth. That's true. But but they cannot lie. Unlike everyone on this goddamn court, on this goddamn meeting, every one of you can lie.
A couple of them start to stand up, outraged, and I'm not.
This is no.
I'll not bother
with the truth.
Yeah, I'll not bother with my very rusty accent for this, but a much shorter, stockier man who you all might recognize from previous council meetings stands up and in kind of a deep, typical dwarvish accent says, "Well, at least someone's calling it out."
I like this guy.
Moxie, kid.
If we've made it this far, he says. Again, I'm not going to try the accent, but he says, if we've made it this far, then gonna tear ourselves apart now, arguing with each other when we done agreed months ago that we were gonna go forward with this. I either were a traitor in the council, and we've ousted him. That old whatever he is by now, half dragon or whatever circumstances.
So he's a
He'd
dragon.
have had 1,000 chances to betray us by now, and he hasn't. So if he is a traitor, then he's about the laziest one I've ever met. And surely, it's nothing we can't take care of.
Meanwhile, there's a dude over there with a stormtrooper mask. Traitor!
Yeah. And he finishes by saying, he kind of stands up. You don't realize it. Some of you don't realize it at first, Aaron. You realize that he does stand up because he just barely moves when he stands up. Like he's the same height.
Oh.
But he
Yeah,
says,
just looks like he's leaning forward for a second.
pretty much. But he says, we're going to have to take chances. We already have taken chances. And let's look at it this way. If we sit here and bicker amongst ourselves, tearing ourselves apart after we've already agreed to this, then we've got no chance of taking it down, and we might as well cast ourselves into the frost by now. I'd sooner turn to me own people's domain and burrow back under the earth to the Dawn Titans. Or we could pull ourselves together and listen to this one, the very pretty man here who, with his other very pretty friend, suggest we perhaps band together and do our jobs.
Is he just like really attracted to us because we're elves?
No, we're elves.
No,
that's
he's-
why he's calling us pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a dwarven insult.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like when someone calls you a pretty boy, it's supposed to be an insult.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very complimented by this. I don't hang out with dwarves.
You do hear him sit down, though, because whenever he sits down, even though he barely moves, you hear a loud thump. It sounds like a chaired leg just got driven through the floor.
No, we
He
hear a
kinda
thump,
grumbles.
but it's followed by you can hear the chair going. "Ugh!"
You hear the chair just crying. It's like a sobbing in the background. It's a mimic.
Well,
It's the mimic.
I think this man is correct. And have we led you astray so far? We
Yes, there'll
thwarted
be
a
plenty of
phoenix.
time for.
We saved you a city. We told you about the treachery of Neverwinter, which we found to be true. We've never let you down.
The familiar female voice, who's also been a prominent speaker in the past few meetings, she speaks up and says, she kind of laughs as there's a few moments that just, I hesitate to say cackling, but it's kind of close. And then she kind of in a humored voice says, oh, this is entertaining. We should have had this happen long ago. It's terrible, these circumstances, but the council having to deal with real problems for once, it certainly shows some of our younger members' colors. If we were to distrust this party, then, well, we'd be foolish to have waited this long. I see no reason not to trust their logic here. He's stated himself. He's always been rather logical in the past, and he has produced results along with his companions, so why not?
We've only been logical in the past, Aaron. Meanwhile, I'm literally about to say, honestly, with or without your help, I'm still gonna deck her in her fucking face. Like,
But
the plan has not changed.
she speaks up in support.
So listen,
And
either the Winter Queen kills us, or you do what you're supposed to and back us, and I go punch her in her fucking face till she dies, and then you can go back to bitching amongst yourselves about coin or whatever the fuck you do.
the dwarf laughs, like obnoxiously loud.
Wow,
Of course,
you are
he
honest.
bellows and says, bit more honesty like that on the council, we'd probably done taking care of this one.
Well, you
But-
see, there's one trick. It's not just waiting for them to come attack. We have to get to the King of Neverwinter first. and it's
Ah,
most
So we go punch his people, and then we punch her. I don't see
right.
what the
I'm
problem
just saying
is.
there's a two-step process of punching. We first have to there's two steps, two fists, one fist for the king, second fist for the queen, if you know.
So we march up there and take his head on a pike. Then is that it?
It's a little more complicated than that, but we
Is
do
it?
have to.
I don't
we
think
have
it
to
is.
be in the throne room the day that the eclipse happens.
Yeah, exactly, because that's when she's gonna break through. She's gonna go from her throne room from winter to
Wait,
winter.
Soren, haven't you been in the throne room?
I was on a diplomatic mission in the throne room once before, and yes, I.
Goddamn lie! You went
Wait,
to
I'm
kill someone.
confused. What?
I may have killed the last king. I mean, yes.
I don't think it's a secret. I don't think it's a secret.
At this point,
No, it's not, because pretty sure I was hired by like this council, and I was like on their military team.
Yeah, it
Wait
was.
a minute, does that-
They were, most of these people were in power because it wasn't that long ago. So a good, I'll say probably most of these you don't know for sure because you don't know them personally. They don't show their names and faces, but you're assuming that lifespans hold up and closed lords don't exactly swap around very often, which would be logical. Then probably most of these people were also on the closed council at the time of the rebellion, which would have meant that you were somewhat working with or for them.
wait a minute. Are you telling me that Soren is actually Jaime Lannister?
I don't
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
that reference.
Yeah, in a way.
He's like a mix between Arya and Tyrion and Jaime Lannister.
I don't
but yeah.
understand that reference.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's from HBO's hit series Merlin.
that crashed
it's-
and burned because the freaking writers wanted to go do Star Wars stuff, and then they lost that right.
What's hilarious is they lost that gig too. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
you
they
just
lost,
fucked that up.
every single spin-off died because of what happened in the last season, which is really sad.
It's a shame.
Hopefully the
Mhm.
book will end better.
If it,
No,
if
it
it
won't.
If
ends.
it ever comes, it won't end.
Hey,
He's
don't
like,
worry,
I'm
we'll
writing
we have
it.
to wait till
Yeah,
Elden
look,
Ring
you
comes out.
do.
Look, I don't even watch. I don't read or watch Game of Thrones, but even I know it's like One Piece.
Yeah, it's never gonna come out, dude. He's been how many years have he been writing it now?
Well, he's
I
now
remember
spending
graduating
time making video
college.
games, so it's going to take a few more years.
Mm-hmm.
When the last book was released, so that was 2012. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's still writing that, and he's got other stuff he's working on. And on top of that, doesn't he have at least a whole nother book? And
To
that,
be
and he's
fair,
how
though,
old?
his books are fucking gigantic.
They are, but not that big. And
He
he's
puts
71,
into
dude, and he's not in the best shape. So
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so much worse than I thought.
What?
One Piece began in 1997. I was
Oh,
3.
yeah, 97.
let's see. He's been working on Winds of Winter for almost a decade now. He says 3 more chapters complete this past week. He says the progress is going well, but this was yesterday. He said, "quote Still a long way to go, though. Do not get too excited." So,
That is a man
I'm
who
literally
understands his fan base. Somewhat.
Never
Yeah.
gonna happen.
exactly. I don't think Berserk. Maybe Berserk. Would probably One Piece and Game of Thrones or A Song of Ice and Fire, and they'll be finished. So
He's only 45, but I stopped watching it, and I know we're nowhere near the end of One Piece.
Mm-hmm. But
So actually, here's the bigger question: which art style change did you end at? Cause every 100 or so episodes, the art style changes.
I was talking about the manga. The manga began in 97.
Oh yeah.
7 days.
The TV show, the show, it's the anime began in 99.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, it's been running for over 20 years.
It has
Mhm.
been. That's fucking 23 years. One Piece has been out. 23 years.
That's okay. Berserk has been, let's see, I think Berserk premiered in somewhere between 1988 and 1990. So,
Do you know how fucked up it is that, well, I can't even say that. Naruto was in 97 too, but it ended in 14.
yeah. It's rough, man. These series that go on for like however many years, it's sometimes you wonder.
Try to catch
You
up
literally
on
grow up on these
Conan.
series and it's like, it's ended. What?
Well, what if it doesn't end? That's the thing. It's like, what if it just never ends because they never finish
bitch
it?
about
I'm
One
like-
Piece going forever. Freaking
Always got some
Detective
merchandise,
Conan
man.
is 60
Detective
episodes
Conan,
ahead
dude,
of
is like never ending.
Hold on. I can't hear Mark because Mark's one breaking up and everyone's talking over him. What did you say,
Look up
Mark?
the episode count for Detective Conan / Case Closed. It's at like 189 or so. It's at 980 right now. It's more episodes than One Piece.
Yeah,
It's a freaking cop show.
I know
As
what
far
it is.
as
I didn't like it. Wasn't
yeah,
that
as
good?
far as series though, man, I'm sure that there have been some that just haven't been finished like that, but usually they get picked up by another writer. That's the thing. Usually they have notes for where they want the series to go, and another writer picks it up. But it's always iffy because you never know. It's never going to be the same, and then you never know if it's going to be good. It might go terrible. It might not.
Oh yeah, it worked
Speaking of
out
which, I'm
really
kind
well.
of sad
As far
that
as the
Supernatural
game-
ended.
I never watched it. As far as the game,
I never watched it because my sister's insane about that shit.
Wait,
yeah,
what show?
exactly. That's why I never watched it. Supernatural.
What's really, you don't have to be like,
Oh.
I figured this out because I stopped watching it a while ago and sometimes I get into it and leave it. But if you just like watch the panels and listen to Jensen and Jared, those two are great people. Like I literally watch more of the panels they do at cons than I do the show. I'm like, no, this is awesome.
Yeah, the reason I never watched it is because my first encounter with it was like the DeviantArt Tumblr crowd. So
Oh,
yeah,
Ooh.
so
I
that kind of
jumped
painted
ship.
my.
after fuck, what was that arc?
Life, so yeah.
It was after Leviathans.
After Leviathans, I think they went into God, his sister. No, they didn't go. So God has a
They
sister,
did
by the way.
Eve. They
Then
also-
it's like 14 seasons or something, right? That's too much.
It's
I'm
16.
Yeah, I'm good.
I remember when I stopped. When the angels fell.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Oh,
not.
yeah,
I'm not
when,
watching
Metatron-
16 seasons of any show.
When Metatron forced
Cast
the angels to
everyone
fall.
out, yeah.
I remember that.
As far as the game, though, your argument was compelling, mostly. But they ask, what are your specific plans then to deal with this going forward? Because it's more than just simply entering the throne room, surely.
Well, the first hand is to take this right hand of God, punch him in his jaw,
Okay,
then take this left hand of
I move
God.
Aaron off screen.
Yeah, you just get like one of those carts.
Yeah, and while he's dragging him off, Aaron's just shouting, "Maybe I'll even mix it up and throw a fucking knee."
So we clearly needed an invasion team. It's not going to be an all-out war, and it's pretty much going to be over when the king's dead. Hopefully, we have allies on the inside. The Purple Knights, we have them. So we really just need maybe an armada, a distraction, something, and then we can dive bomb in. That worked last time. And it worked to get us out as well, flying in.
But
with,
didn't the guy who was in charge of that last time is now the one we're trying to kill?
What?
Yeah, isn't the king like the general from the last army? If I remember.
Yeah.
No,
the
he's
lore.
talking about the general of the Purple Knights.
No, I'm talking about what Soren said is he's trying to do the same plan they did the last time they killed a king.
No, I meant the last time.
The last time we snuck in.
Yeah, when we went to go see what the hell was going on with all the magic and what the
Oh, I'm sorry, I
literal-
misunderstood your statement.
The
The
literal
time that we went to the canyon, not like 40 years ago or whatever.
It wasn't 4 years ago. You were alive when this happened.
That's true. I'm just a
And
young
I was
elf.
alive when this happened.
Yeah. Whatever. 10 years ago.
The female female speaks up and says, "Another king to the list. What a strange and curious lifetime."
it's not like it's not like it's my first.
It's not my first
Wait, what?
either. And I doubt that you've seen this is your first assassination, and let alone your first or 30th war. Some of you have been on here for years. I hope this is as entertaining as any of the other ones.
Some of you might be dragons. I see looking dead at the dragon mask.
Oh, we do have a dragon friend that I don't know if she'll help, though. She's kind of
I don't think she'll help.
testy. Yeah.
They tend to be. Tend to be very solitary anyway. Dragonface speaks up.
Yeah, you'd know.
He waves his burned hand.
Wait, was she a silver dragon?
Most of them. Yeah, she was.
You'd think we'd be able to get most dragons on board, even chromatic dragons. Like, hey, you can't keep that dragon horde you got if the world is gone. Just throwing that out there. You might want to help us kill this bitch.
Oh, yeah. Should we sending to Holofarin? He's the one that's sleeping with her, right?
Why would you say that out loud?
Hold on a minute.
Okay, I was about to say.
I think I missed a session. What?
I was about to say, if you said that out loud, man.
Oh, I don't even know what Holofarin's relationship is to these people. Didn't we just like meet him randomly?
Yeah, you met him. If I remember correctly, you first met him in Baldur's Gate at a contest.
My competition.
Yeah, it was. You met him in a couple of different public events across the cities. I can't recall exactly which one was first, but. And then you went on to meet his brother up in Luskan, and found out that he is simply to be a wizard, and has many friends in many places, and he's mostly solitary. He doesn't seem
silver dragon.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be on anyone's side particularly. He just kind of goes about his business, and
yeah, maybe we can sending him after this stuff.
We're not good enough friends with her to ask her to do a raid, which are we? I wouldn't.
No, but
so.
he's a powerful fucking wizard. He could be helpful.
No, I'm talking about the dragon.
Yeah, obviously that's better.
I don't think we're good enough. Our social link's not high enough to ask her to do a run.
A drive-by, just a flyby.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
Strafe
that's
and
too
run.
much.
Like just take off the top of the tower so we can just drop in.
Just shoot a
drop in.
fireball at the castle. That's all.
Yeah, that's how it works. Right, yeah, you could contact him though if you had the means to do so. And when would you do that?
Whenever we're done with this meeting.
Okay. Well, they obviously suggest gather as many allies as possible, assuming you can guarantee that they secure allies, and then the lady speaks up. She says, "And the last time this happened, the matter of succession was quite obviously mishandled. How do we intend on ensuring this mistake does not happen once more?"
Oh, I don't know. Who wants to be king?
I'll do
don't-
it.
No.
Damn.
Put your hands down.
Fine.
Do we know anyone who's like a good person that would be good? I don't know. Maybe
Can my
Do you know
Can my
anyone's
dad
a
be
good
king?
person? Isn't your dad just a farmer?
handyman?
Handyman can't. Makes sense.
What
Well,
about
Well, you do.
multiple
You do have
talents.
Splat. You do have Splat. He's in the city. He could.
what about Shield guy?
Shield guy. Yeah, Grant. The last you heard, he's
Yeah,
imprisoned.
Oh, let's fucking free him and make him king.
Well, what about the leader of the Purple Knights? He seems to be
Yeah.
nice.
Commander
I'm
Talbot.
just scared that continues the
It's a little on the nose.
Yeah, but
yeah,
he went out and,
a strange army leader takes over the king. Like it's gonna connect the thread too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
just-
Shit. We don't
That's
want
the
we
exact
want
story
someone
that
who is
happened.
unaffiliated with
Okay, but
Neverwinter.
that threat doesn't matter if we kill the Winter Queen and put Maces in charge, because we literally have a deal with her to make that deal null. So it doesn't
Right,
really
so
matter.
Yeah, but we should probably work for everyone.
Around anyone until the pact is dead and the queen is dead.
Yeah, Talvar suggested that what would happen, if assuming the king were to die, is that it would essentially become a military junta for a while, with a combination of military leaders running it in a council-like thing until succession in some way or another could be handled because the king does not have an eligible heir.
The
So
fuck you mean? This is Chronicle Riddick. I
At
kill
this
him.
point, I might
I
as well
take what
be
is
king. It's
his.
so complicated.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
no.
be.
I'm
king.
waiting for someone to say no.
I said
no,
no.
they don't even take
All I'm
it.
saying is,
Yeah,
Aaron is very much Chronicles of Riddick in this bitch. I kill him. I take his stuff.
yeah, it's
That's the only way to look at
How
it.
about Captain McTanley, he was always good to us.
Captain Mac. Yeah, he's still probably working with Darius around Candlekeep. He's still.
Why do
not
why don't we put Taz on the
Uh,
throne?
The
Yeah,
lady
Taz.
speaks up and
Make
she says
Taz king.
she says in a kind of level voice, "Gentlemen, serious suggestions, please."
We literally don't know anyone who would be considered serious.
We're not asking for you to place someone on the throne. We only intend on formulating some plan or another to ensure that another tyrant does not take the throne and fall prey to corruption.
Maybe we don't need a king. Maybe there should be like a system of government where the people come together and like elect
Someone
a guy.
punch him.
What?
I laugh ridiculously over the top.
Man, watch. After, okay, fuck you. I'm gonna shield that.
What is happening?
That was me slapping him on the back of
You
the head.
really can't cast spells here.
Oh.
You really.
Okay, so I get
unless
hit
you
in
wanna
the
get
face.
decapitated.
You just you get no, you
You
get
get Gibbs
patted
slaps
over
on
on
the
the
back of
back,
the
I
head.
think. It's like democracy. That'll never catch on.
I
You
look
say
like
as you
serious
stand before. You say as you stand
Aaron's like,
before.
Okay,
You
Sam.
say as you stand, like you say that as you stand before a parliamentary system.
I just love that she's like serious suggestions only, and Aaron's like, the bitch I was serious. Me. Fuck.
You're not even from. You don't even go here.
Yeah. So I don't care about
can't
your
be elected
bullshit.
president if
You
you're not
can't
from
corrupt
here.
me because I don't care.
The best king is someone that doesn't even know that they're king.
Right, so we need to grab
It's
a
like, you're
random
not even-
farmer and have him write all the new laws. Got it.
Oh my god. It's like, you're not even from here. Yeah. So you can't corrupt me with your bullshit. Yeah, it's like it's the saddest thing ever. Aaron has not been isn't from here and has been solving your bullshit. You've been
I mean,
outsourcing the problem.
Aaron is effectively in an isekai right now.
Aaron has been. You outsourced to Aaron. Now Aaron's taking over.
Well, the council just seems to think in silence about this issue.
Neat. Aaron's leaving. This is boring anyway.
Well, we have 20 days. This is not a decision we have to make today, but it is important. I suggest you all gather all the forces you can. We will do the same. And then meet at Neverwinter on the 20th of whatever from today.
All I'm saying is we need a king who leads by example. Aaron is literally going. Aaron says he's going to punch the Winter Queen in the face. He's going to punch her in the face. You can't lead any more by example. Like, why are we going to war, bitch? I killed the Winter Queen. Get your ass out there. Is the best comeback of all time.
I guess we need to. Is Tyan still with us, or did we leave him?
Yeah, let's put him on the throne. Fuck it.
Unless he would have requested they come with you for whatever particular reason, then he would have stayed at the forest.
No, that's fine. I mean, we're gonna need them. I think part of the plan is like to have them turn into giant eagles and then fly in. Like that'd be the dopest. But we need druids. Oh, remember that tree magic shit that they did to like knock down the gates?
Mm-hmm.
Why does it matter? We just fly in.
Okay,
if we can fly in on a dragon, just dump ourselves.
Not everybody can fly for the main force. Like our firebrand Fist of the Flames dudes. Like they can't fly. They need a place to walk.
Why do we need a force when we can literally turn the dragon invisible, ride in on the dragon, go through the freaking front door of the freaking castle into the throne room and just kill him?
We don't have a dragon?
We have a dragon friend.
No, we just established that that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, we established it without confirming.
Can't make plans on assumptions.
Then call her.
We can try. That's
you can't make plans on assumptions. Soren says, "You lost me at making plans." Aaron replies.
True. We know your plan is to punch. Anyway, good day, ladies and gentlemen. We have already made contact with Baldur's Gate. They will assist us in a little bit with a small force of 2,000 troops. We will be going to get some dwarves and maybe some druids and some other folks to help us out as well.
Unfortunately,
yes, goodbye, dragons and not dragons.
Unfortunately, the dwarf speaks up and says, "We might not be able to siege them down with that force."
What? They might not be able to what now?
He mentions that Neverwinter has bulked up, and people in general militaries and were damaged, and it's likely that you won't be able to siege down Neverwinter for very long with a force of that size, even if you gather your allies.
Oh, I mean, it's just a distraction. The main plan is to fly in and kill the king.
Wait, did we already email Darius the plan to bombard the city?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of the plans. We have an armada as well.
We have the entire
What the hell's the dragon's name? Samahamayu?
Hmm?
The hell was the dragon's name? Samahamayu? Samalu?
I have it written down. It is a mouthful.
It's Samadet.
Yeah.
What is with Kenji and Sam names? Like, seriously. Sameve, Samadet.
2?
Yeah, what a crazy list. There's clearly a theme.
I cannot wait to find out the name of his kobold is Sam I Am.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Samson, son of Sam.
It's Sam I Am. The goblin's name Will I Am.
Yeah.
I will not be friends with green goblins.
Look, what'd you say?
I tried to make a joke on the green eggs and ham, but I couldn't think of a rhyme.
Look, all I'm saying is, we don't. Even if she can't help, maybe she'll point us to some dragons who might be more helpful.
Now Lawrence has a suggestion of his own. He says, why not use a planar ally to get us inside?
I don't know the reaches of that spell. Can it get us into the city?
Oh God, I'm not reading that, Necro. Just highlight the important parts.
God, okay, 1,000 gold per hour. Jesus.
It's
100
not
per minute.
that bad.
10.
That's why I saved cash, baby.
What, 1,000 gold per hour? That's not. We can keep them for 2 hours.
We only need one.
Payment can take require sizable donation of gold or magic items. As a rule of thumb, a task that can be measured in minutes requires payment worth 100 gold per. Fuck me. 1,000 gold per hour. It's not too bad.
It has to be big enough to carry us all in there.
Non-hazardous tasks typically require only half the suggested payment, while especially dangerous tasks might require a greater gift. Creatures rarely accept tasks that seem suicidal.
So
Yeah,
sieging
it's
a
not
city
suicidal
probably
for it to
is
just
suicidal.
drop us off in the middle of the throne room and then leave.
So,
Or drop us in the
well,
Why
I
don't we
don't
just
know
ask
how
him
it
to kill the
couldn't
king?
just it couldn't just drop you in the throne room though.
Kenji,
So
this
that'd be the issue.
detail might be outdated for what version of Forgotten Realms you're running. Isn't the king's throne room have a giant stained glass window in it?
Oh,
check.
now you want to listen to my plan about us flying into the goddamn.
Or it could get us to a tower
Not as far as I know.
close
It
by.
doesn't have-
Exactly.
or something with a balcony, some sort of entrance.
A lot of that was taken out, Fang, because the
Oh.
king has become very reclusive. So
Gotcha. Okay.
he's locked the place down and doesn't come out.
Yeah, I don't think I'm saying, like, seriously, can we send sending, see if Semdet will help? I don't think, he's locked the place down. I don't think he's locked the place down against a dragon.
Yes, we'll contact all our allies once we're out of this room.
Why didn't we leave the room? I thought we left the
did
room.
leave the room.
Fuck these people.
I thought the meeting was over.
I don't think we were officially like.
And? What do we need their permission for?
For them to open
'cause
the
they're
doors.
And they're
Like,
the
I can't
rulers
open the
of
goddamn
area
door.
of the room.
And we're literally plotting to kill a king. Do you think we care about rulers?
They were just saying about like how it's impossible to siege down. So, does the dwarf man have any suggestions?
Tunnels.
I'm gonna
He
leave.
suggests tunnels.
Oh shit! We have the diamond things.
We left that in Mirabar.
Yeah, but we can. They're our allies. They can help us. And not that all dwarfs know each other, but are you familiar?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving before he
The
dies.
dwarves in that region.
So
Wow, you
Aaron,
really are
Aaron,
the worst negotiator of all time.
Aaron, you get to the other side of the door and you hear bagpipes come from inside the building now. But the
Tokyo's here.
dwarf nods. The dwarf nods and says he does know a few in Mirabar.
Okay, so basically what happened was we saved the long forgotten king who was in a prison.
The lord of the
Was not
guys
the king.
who own the mithril.
Yep.
Yeah.
My God, you are bad at everything, aren't you? Remembering things, negotiating.
What was his name?
But okay,
I have
I've got
Lord
to totally
write
reflect again.
everything down. Oh, Trollbreaker.
We make
Yes.
a mithril drill, a giant mithril drill to pierce the walls. As long as there isn't a guy who's trying to master the 4 elements, we should be fine.
We
You know, I still have the drill. We still have
Yeah,
the
but
drill
we
in
need
the
a
cart.
giant version of it that can't be hurt by outside forces and drills through entire walls. Like I said, as long as they don't have a
mean-
guy trying to master the four elements, we should be fine.
I mean, okay, cool, but like, how big is giant? Like this drill I
That thing
made
was huge.
was already big enough to, drill holes that allows large creatures to go through it. Like, I can
Someone-
scale it up more. I'd
was
be
big
happy
enough
to do
to
it.
get Goliaths through it.
That's true.
Yeah.
What if we just drop Neverwinter into the ocean? Just fuck it. Just
Why don't we take Neverwinter and push it somewhere else?
I like that
We
idea.
need an Alaskan bullworm.
What if we just tell Umberly that Neverwinter was talking shit, let her take care of it? Just yell out at the ocean, hey, Umberly, heard the king of Neverwinter was talking shit about you. And just run.
Why don't we summon a bunch of elementals and fuck shit up?
Because we don't have that ability, unfortunately.
Mm, yeah. What we could do though is have the ships bombard the city as a distraction, and then also drill simultaneously to siege. So
I feel
they
like the
don't
drill
really-
would take way too long.
Not if we just use it to get past the first big wall.
Wow, that actually might be a good suggestion, Lawrence.
I mean, it's either that or how many people in our party?
What is it, Kieran?
It's a huge
Oh
celestial.
shit!
Can we do that?
I don't see
Can you
anything
do
about-
that?
Oh, I see now.
Can he do that?
That seems way too OP. That's a 152 hit points. Wow.
It's a
It's not
kaiju.
that bad.
Using planar ally though, so it's not really gonna fight for us. It'll more
I mean,
be-
if he just tells us to wind walk us into the what's it called? We don't really need it to fight for us.
unless you want to pay a shit ton more, but transportation.
3,000
fair,
gold.
we just keep it for an hour and help us fight the king for an hour, or help us fight for an hour. I'm pretty sure we can get away with it.
We do have these rings, and I want it to be beautiful poetry to use these rings to kill the king.
You mean this ring that I have that I'm not using?
What ring?
Yeah.
Some of the ring of two.
Ring of Two.
Oh yeah, that's been in the quest log forever. I don't think Fang has ever been told what it is.
Nope. Aaron has, and Aaron's just been holding in the bag of holding, going meat.
Yeah,
And that's it.
And that's saved for the opportune moment, and it's gonna be this. It's
Wait.
gonna be
Oh my god!
Wait.
I have the perfect plan. Soren, you have a bag of holding, right?
everyone does. Yes.
Okay. So last ditch effort, if we can't beat the Winter Queen, we bomb her to the freaking astral plane.
That's what I was trying to do with my freaking portable hole. I was trying to make an arrow of destruction. Basically, I was trying to make this right here.
So if you give me your bag of holding, and if push comes to shove, you give me your bag of holding, I put it in my bag of holding, and I bomb her ass to the astral plane.
How would she be affected by that?
Because anything within the radius of a bag of holding is put into another bag of holding or anything similar will literally anything within a certain radius will automatically get thrown into the astral plane.
But wouldn't
Is this
you
more
also
or
We're gonna
less
have to
dangerous
wrap this up
than
pretty
blowing
Yeah,
soon.
it
it's
up?
called. That's why it's called a last.
Is there
ditch
anything that
attempt.
you've
God,
always
so-
wanted to ask
so
me?
neat talk?
Because, George, I will.
Sacrifices to save the world.
That was one of your characters. Leave me out of this.
I read about it somewhat. Anyway,
Yes,
I think
there is
we have
something
the
I want to
makings
ask
of
you.
somewhat of a plan. That's kind of all we can deal with right now. Feel
Or
free to
not
message me.
why not use one of these? It would be interesting.
Still loading. Okay. Does it fly? It does fly. So jacked.
That's not what I was looking at.
The Empiron?
Under it.
Empyrean.
The Philidor? Why would we use the Philidor? Why don't you just tell us the name so we know what you're talking about?
Can it fly?
Not the lion. The other thing, maybe.
It's essentially a fucking Titan.
You mean a Pyridon?
Yeah.
I don't think you can summon that with planar ally.
CR23.
Yeah.
I
Can you
think he was
get
talking about
anything?
the Felidar.
Oh, that doesn't fly. The other one did. The first one you posted flew.
Can you summon that thing?
Can I make a flying
For
machine
enough
of
money.
sorts? Like, it just sounds way easier at this point.
Can you make a Zeppelin in 20 days? Less than 20 days?
Are we gonna
Is
Fire
Asher
Nation this-
insane
this
enough to make a
thing?
Zeppelin in 20 days?
I don't
Yes.
think you could.
I mean, he
I just
could.
need a
Living a
giant
dragon.
balloon.
Iron.
Never winter into the 21st century.
Come on, I just need a giant balloon.
That's
If
what I
enough
get
people
for not
got
using
together
that
to make this
Napoleon
balloon,
idea I had in mind.
we could fill it up with
It
helium,
would have been
not
way
hydrogen.
easier.
Although if you fill it up with hydrogen, it also acts as a bomb.
Oh,
I
it's
tuned
over
in
here.
like
Asher,
3
how
years ago.
long would it take for you to make a mecha dragon?
I don't know. Puck. What do you think? The dragon, kinda.
Are we out of the room?
No,
I don't know anymore.
we've never left.
Yeah, Kenji, can we just say we've been dismissed?
Yeah, you all can leave. You're free to leave whenever if you're finished. Then you can say you're finished, and they'll call the
Like,
meeting,
yeah.
and you can head out.
Having
Kenji,
this conversation
Mecha Dragon.
during the council.
Can I do it?
I have
Given a couple thousand years, maybe.
I have
Hey,
an
I found
idea.
a
It's
mountain
not
of
a
kobolds that were able to do that.
I have an idea. It's not a good idea, but it's not a bad
Go on.
Okay.
idea. But we need 2 of them in order for it to work. Let me finish. We need 2 of them at least for it to work. We need nightmares
Go on.
because nightmares have ethereal stride, which allows them to take 3 creatures into the ethereal plane.
Where do nightmares live?
Fucking hell, I don't know. Maybe we can ask someone in Waterdeep.
Yeah, and how are we going to control that?
It's Waterdeep. I'm pretty sure someone's figured out a way. Hey man,
Why don't we just
I'm just
add-
throwing out the
ask
suggestion that it would be
nice
easier
mage
for us to
lives
do
out on
that
his
than
own?
I'm pretty sure there were some devils here who will probably be like, hey, yeah, no, we're just here for the fun of it. Not everything has to be evil, Kenji.
Everything's evil.
So under planar ally, it doesn't mention any like levels restrictions, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But it says it's up to the DM's choice because you can ask for a name of a ally, but
Yeah.
The name goes no.
creature.
So he would have to know specifically that creature.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, he could use it to summon he could use it to summon a nightmare.
Is
Not-
that an elemental or a celestial
It's a fiend.
or a fiend?
otherworldly
You
entity for
fucking idiot.
must be known to you, a god or primordial. A demon prince, that would fall under it. He could summon one.
Yeah, it says nightmares are large fiends, so large can fit what, 1 medium, 2 medium creatures. I mean, the problem is it would only be able to get 3 of us to the ethereal plane, which is still if we had 2 of them, we could literally just waltz in through the ethereal plane and then show up in the throne room.
I kind of like the Lawrence plan, but we definitely have to deal with like we definitely need to have like the drill going and then the bombardments and like an actual siege. It can't just be us versus the whole city.
Okay, this is actually a good question. I want to build on his idea. Can we, with the help of the dwarves of Mirabar, retrofit the drill into a drill tank?
Ooh. Well, let's start making our phone calls. I have how many a day I can do? Let's see. Or not a day, but every rest. Well, yeah, basically every day.
This has turned
What
into a
skills
text
do
chat.
I have?
6. Okay, so I can make 8 phone calls.
I mean, really, like, what you need for a plane?
Can only use it once.
Like the first fucking
in my
airplane
life.
was basically just like a wooden frame. It was basically a
Is it a
glorified
ritual? Or is
kite.
it a?
It's a spell.
No,
It's
it's not a ritual. Damn.
Yeah, but the first airplane was also built from a lot of technology that was a slow progression over centuries and
Yeah.
decades.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we can
No,
with
no.
magic.
We went
Fuck.
okay.
What's that shit
I will
called?
say this: in
If
about
they use it
40
during World War
years, we
II,
went
it's literally
from
a
kites
plane.
Everyone's
to
talking at
Stop,
once.
stop.
What the
Jesus.
fuck up? Lawrence, what were you saying?
There's a plane during World War II. It's literally just a flying kite. Like literally, a plane would take off and drag this fake plane. It'll just glide and land on the other side of whatever. It's just like a giant paper airplane carrying supplies over.
Yeah, just like a gliding machine. That would be more reasonable. Yeah.
Huh, there's something called an arc light phoenix. That's interesting.
The problem is that with making a flying machine, you would have to. There's a bunch of technology that goes into that. It's a slow progression over time. Now, making something like a gliding
Station
machine or a
stones,
glider,
propulsion.
that would be more reasonable.
It's just not yet been
So-
discovered.
would something along the lines of like this be okay? Let it load.
Yeah, that would be a lot more reasonable because that's basically in line with the sort of technology that they have and the
Like-
for example, in like the House of Creations or whatever it's called, they have a lot of that Da Vinci prototype like stuff in Forgotten
I
Realms.
mean, all the
So
shit
basically,
that
anything that's Da Vinci-ish can be
Probably. If that's
created
the case,
reasonably.
Probably.
If we want to
It
cause
depends.
the problem, we could just have a Lawrence planar ally Emmix and just let him wreak havoc while we sneak in.
I mean, the planar ally could just like open the gates to the city to the army, right?
Well, here's again, that doesn't help us though. Like, if the whole point is to distract him, the planar ally would be more useful with us trying to kill the king.
But
Than
no,
it would be.
remember that if it's dangerous, they're charging more. And
Yeah, like
Yes,
we don't have 5,000 gold in the bag of holding.
well, it's up to
3,000.
Who the hell took money out of the bag of holding?
No, I mean me personally.
Yeah, I've got 2,000. The bag of holding has 5,000. He has 3,000.
Saying we could. I mean, if push came to shove and we just had to throw down a lot of cash, we could do it.
I turned into that thing once. It was amazing.
I just saw a huge elemental and a picture of a fire being.
Yeah, that's Emmix. That's what I'm saying. Like, if
What
that's
about
the
that-
case, just summon Emmix and just drop him in the middle of the city. That'll get everyone's attention.
But would it actually listen to me though? Since I'm actually I'm lawful good, and yet this is neutral evil.
Does it? Oh, does it have to be your
You agree on a
doesn't-
price. You
Yeah,
haggle
it doesn't
with
have
the
to
entity
be.
sends a celestial, an elemental, or a fiend loyal to you, loyal to it. Ah, that's the problem. So yeah, you'd had to beseech something for it, and that's a problem. Ugh. So the nightmare thing is out of the question because I don't think you have a demon prince you can talk to.
Do you think that lich I talked to is still alive?
Gliders, people.
He's probably
Gliders.
not happy with us. We didn't even we weren't even allowed to talk to him.
Here comes the desperate point of the campaign where everybody's trying to think of every power grab they can get with strange otherworldly beings while
Did we
Asher
ever go
just
back
looks
to
over at
the
obscure
library?
Italian text. Did you ever
Yeah,
go back
right?
to
Like,
what?
that just
Plug
sounds
that
way
crystal
simpler.
back in?
Do
Sorry, I
we go
didn't.
back to what?
Didn't someone tell us that crystal got stronger and we should plug it back into the library that we found it? Did we ever do that?
Nope.
I don't remember that. It got stronger.
It seems as if it's grown over time in relation to your powers growing. Yeah, that's what you were told.
Oh. Well, we have 20 days. We can definitely go to that library. I'm sure. It's not that far, right, from here?
It wasn't when we were in Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah, it's like in between. Whatever. We can just teleport with our friend.
Who's in Baldur's Gate?
No, like we can teleport anywhere. It's just right.
Yes.
Icarus,
creature-
stop posting random shit.
This creature literally has gait.
Yeah, that's a little intense.
God damn it, Raid Shadow Legends.
Problem with a gate. Where would you be trying to take the gate to?
I mean, here's the thing. Gate can just be used to summon something, right?
Or to someone.
Yeah. So what if we somehow manage to get to the throne room and then we just cast Gate to summon, I don't know, some big fuck off
You have
thing
to
and
have it.
then
You have
leave
to have
because-
its true name to do that.
We can summon
And then-
Imix. We know Imix's name. It's Imix.
You have to get its true name, and it says you gain no special power over the creature, and it is free to act as the DM deems appropriate. It might leave, attack you, or help you.
Yeah. We summon Imix and then we get foe.
No, that
We
doesn't
cast
help.
Gate.
How?
Yes, it does. It's a giant flaming thing. I'm pretty sure if it's summoned, we duck out before it can. If it notices us, I'm pretty sure it'll go, "Who the hell are you?" and kill the king.
It's a lot of assumptions, and you're gonna make an ass out of all of us.
Hey, you've done it, so you know.
Yeah, but I'm very lucky, and it always works out in my favor.
It doesn't though.
Does it? I'm not under any spells or any curses or any.
He was about to say
Yes,
any. He was about to
but
say
you have
any
chlamydia
packs,
from
and then
that
he realized
whorehouse.
he had a pack. So.
Yeah, I'm
You
surprised
have-
I haven't had to get called into that.
Yeah, but you have chlamydia from that whorehouse you went to.
Magic chlamydia.
Oh god.
Well, it
that's
can't be
even worse.
cured with greater restoration. Like, come on.
Yeah, we're fine.
I'm not wasting a spell. Screw the bard.
And then Soren
I think
dies.
that's exactly the problem.
And Soren
Yeah.
dies 20 years later from magic syphilis.
The Great Pox.
Could you imagine? Disease that only affects bards. It'd be the end of the half races as we know them.
That's a good picture.
Hey guys, don't worry.
So have you all settled on any sort of plan, or?
I don't
I
think we
mean-
have.
Have so many ideas of what to do.
Well, let's
Like,
start
there's
calling the dragon and just see if that's a possibility. Or Holofarin.
Because I think we keep coming with two different. My plan is to have, well, if we're doing the stupid thing where they're all attacking the city, then we need something that'll get us into the throne room fast and not the drill is not that fast.
No. My initial plan was to fly in with druids, right? That was like
They'll notice druids though. That's the problem.
What?
Why don't we
They'll-
all just get a glider?
They'll notice the druids flying overhead.
Yeah, like there's no one's gonna miss giant freaking eagles flying towards the castle.
I guess.
Question for the people who sieged this place before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know about any passages along the wall that might be secret entrances?
No, literally last time we had to sneak in to open the gates
How did you sneak in?
through the graveyard.
Oh yeah, wouldn't I know Tenji like the tunnel system and how to get back? It might have changed by now.
That's why the dwarves suggested tunnels, is because usually sewers and tunnels are good ways to get in. Usually they're escape tunnels, and you do recall that
Yeah, but
the last
remember,
time
the
you
king
sieged the
is
city, went to the grave, but the king is super paranoid, so you never know.
Yeah, plus you forget the king is the one who told us to take that route to begin with.
What? Oh shit! Was he?
He was the general.
Oh yeah, he did suggest that.
How about how about have some of the mages polymorph us, and we'll just fly as normal birds over there.
Or we could turn into rats and go through the sewers.
No, fly like a bird. That makes so much more sense.
No, here's what you do. So what you do
Christ,
is you turn yourself, you polymorph yourself into rats, and you get into the bag of rat hold, and then you have somebody smuggle it in. That's the real answer, guys.
Oh
Just
god, I
throwing you
forgot about that.
As the healer of the group, I don't want to pass any more fucking the plague during this fucking siege. It's gonna be like a bubonic plague all over again.
Yeah, makes sense. So, all right, I'm gonna sending to Holfar and be like, hey, there's gonna be an attack from the Winter Fae in 20 days on Fae Day. Any chance you and Seminet can help?
Or if she knows any dragons that might want to help.
He asks, how do you mean? Help in what sort of way?
She's going to come out of Neverwinter Palace. Please help us attack it.
He responds immediately that she avoids that as much as she can. Did you mention if you said if they know any other ones?
Yeah, ask them if they know any other dragons that want to help, that be more willing to help.
Oh, sorry, I thought Soren asked that.
Okay. Do you know any other dragons that
There we go.
area that would be willing to attack Neverwinter?
Phrasing.
None that would let it go.
For pay,
Or
Right.
treasure?
How do you pay a dragon?
Treasure.
What treasure?
And this is for a worthy cause, he asked. It's clear that these Fae intend a malicious attack on the plane.
More is. Damn, I can't hear this. Damn it.
Yes, it's more like they plan on taking over.
Yeah.
And
No, that's not even true. It's not
They are
these Fae. It's
melding
literally the
planes of
Winter
existence.
Queen. It's just
Yeah, no,
the Winter Queen.
I specified initially that it was the Winter Queen that's attacking.
He tells you that there is one she knows.
Is it
a
Bahamut?
he's not the oldest dragon, but he is a there is a bronze dragon. That would possibly be interested. Bronze dragons often, he mentions that a lot of times, their type of metallic dragon will join in on warfare, often, usually in human form, but there's one that if you speak with him, he may be willing to throw in with the battle if it's for a good cause.
What's his name?
And Kenji reveals that we already killed that dragon.
Yeah,
His reds.
No, she said bronze. Get it together, people.
yeah, his name is actually Grant. No. All right, I got a good name for you. This will sure you'll enjoy this one.
Kenji, I know why you're stalling. This is a fucked name, isn't it?
I'm trying to figure out if I want to make it simpler or not.
There was the generator using too many letters.
I always come up with my own off of what the generator uses.
There's too many syllables.
So, yeah. Okay, I'll go with a simple one.
Does this dragon have a quote title it's named itself?
Does he have a title, you ask?
You know, like how red dragons always like call themselves the Vicious or some bullshit like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go.
Og? Okay.
Okay.
The Deep
Og.
One.
Is that the one? Is that the dragon in Waterdeep?
No,
You sure?
I'm sure.
Are you positive though?
That is a
Where-
hag picture if I've ever seen one.
This okay.
Because there's a copper in the freaking
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I looked into it, but not the same one.
Why haven't we asked for his help?
Meta.
Don't know he exists.
Just start throwing stones at the water. Please pops up. Hey, the fuck? Hey, the world's gonna end. Help us stop it.
I am the primordial serpent, Kath.
Stop. You know what? If you want me to bring Kath into this game and give you a Covenant option, I'll give me a minute.
Motherfucker is like voiced by Patrick Stewart or something.
Why is this starting to feel like Dragon Age?
It is
Dragon Age. It's been Dragon Age for a while.
It was Dragon Age the minute
This
you
is-
said magic items are outlawed.
No. You want to know why this is Dragon Age? Because this is literally the plot to the next Dragon Age game.
I don't know.
It's really close.
I only played a little bit of Inquisition. I don't know.
Talking about the one where everybody gets along together. Everybody's one big happy family.
Yeah, that's the moral
Which
of
one are you
Dragon Age.
talking about? Because that did not happen in
That's
the
any of the
moral of the
Dragon
story.
Ages.
You're really trying to kill each other.
No, that's the moral of the story in Dragon Age is that nobody in the Dragon Age world has any grudges against any other.
I'm pretty sure the kingdom
That is a lie.
versus the Imperium would beg to differ.
Slaves.
Have you played the Dragon Age games? I feel like you got
Yeah,
this
but there's
wrong.
Or
only
has to
maybe
be
yeah,
as
maybe
good
the
as
maybe
Origin
the
or
Templars and the
BioWare's
Mages
dead.
had a couple disagreements.
No, that's how the new Dragon Age that's in production is gonna be apparently.
What?
Probably.
Hold on. Say that again.
You know that.
You didn't know there was a new Dragon Age in
No, I knew that. I didn't hear the second thing you said.
That's how the story is gonna be apparently. It's where
They announced like the plot.
pretty much it's like people are ripping on the.
Like, we know what the
the
plot is
first-
going to be already. The teaser trailer effectively assured it. Dumbass is gonna wake the gods and it's everyone versus the
No,
elves and the gods.
no, you're already reading that wrong. You're already reading that wrong.
Is that not what
Dumbass
that trailer
isn't
told
awakening
me?
the gods. The gods are dead, dude.
No, the elf gods.
D.E.D. dead. As
They're
they should
dead.
be. As they should be.
Did you not finish Inquisition?
Inquisition doesn't come out with him. He killed them all when he made the veil. Everyone
and I quote,
is
the
dead.
last thing he told us in the freaking, I think it was the DLC, is I imprisoned them beyond the veil. I couldn't kill them, or some shit.
I don't remember.
And
I don't
he
think
needs
it was,
to bring
I'm
the
pretty
veil
sure
down
he
to
killed
kill
everyone
them.
because that's why the elves are useless.
That's my favorite part about lore arguments is when you have a lore argument and it ends with everybody arguing, going, "Oh, I don't know, I don't remember."
I don't
It's
remember
really
that part. I
annoying
know
in a lore argument with the character about it shows up.
I remember him saying that essentially he killed everyone to do it because he thought it was right, and now he's trying to kill everyone again to bring about
man.
his version
It's
of the world.
only if it is like that, it's only coincidentally because I haven't finished Inquisition. I'm only like I think I got like an eighth of the way through the game.
He's not bringing them back. He's doing because I think they're dead. He's not bringing them back. He's doing it to bring it back the world he knows.
Okay, so it's like the Elder Scrolls elves, where they just want to unmake the world back to the original elf world or whatever.
Take this with a grain of salt, because this is what I remember. After Mithra, or whatever her name was killed by the elf god generals, or whatever, whatever his name, the wolf, found a way
Finarel.
to he didn't know how to kill them, so he effectively banishing them, but he didn't realize that it would rip the elves from everything that they've ever had. And from how I understand it, by the end of Inquisition, he unlocks all the freaking elf portals and is trying to destroy the Fade to be able to go and kill the gods, because apparently he knows how to now after several thousands of years.
Yeah, you're right. He sealed them away, but he sealed them away. But I didn't get that feeling. I thought it was more of, oh no, I essentially destroyed everything, and now I'm trying to bring it back.
They were killed by the great elf wolf god of Finn Balor,
Finn Balor, which is really messed up because it means that the Black City is literally just the old elf. It's just an old elf city.
Yeah, which that's another thing. If he brings down the Fade and the Black City has a direct line, Darkspawn are just gonna appear forever.
Well, yeah, because it was, which it begs the question: how were the Darkspawn brought about? Because that means that they went through the veil to the Black City, and something happened there that changed them to Darkspawn.
It's possible that the Darkspawn were made by the old elf gods to fuck with humanity, because they were cast out at the city.
Either that or the Darkspawn were essentially came about because of the veil.
Okay, so maybe this does have a couple similarities to the campaign. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Dragon Age's lore gets really complicated, especially when you have to delve into.
I know a little bit, but I only really know the lore from the Origins too.
Essentially, what Dragon Age Inquisition did was confirm that the Darkspawn did come about because a Magister of the Tevinter Imperium went to the Golden City but it was mainly Corypheus.
I only know the lore from like Origins
He's the one who
too.
is alive or got out of his seal or whatever.
Anyway,
but Corypheus
back to the
even
game.
says he went to the city and said it was empty.
Back to the session.
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
Sir. It's
sorry,
too
we're in
Back
lore
to the
conversations, Kenji. You brought this out.
No, it's lore talk. You're
Welcome
Back
to
to
the
the
Dragon Age
session.
podcast.
Ramp on Reddit.
Yeah. Back to the session. So, you're told of Og, the Deep One, who is apparently a bronze dragon that might be sympathetic to your cause, but you would have to contact him.
I didn't hear any of that. What?
Yeah, what was that, Lawrence? Didn't you kind of cut out?
I think his mic just died.
It's very possible.
Rip. We only got like
We
30
need a
minutes of good
Kickstarter to
mic.
get Necro a new mic.
Yeah, GoFundMe.
Yeah.
I just muted myself on purpose. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't hear what you said something, and then like halfway through your sentence, you cut out.
No, I played a video and I
Oh, okay, I see.
for that.
But yeah, that's the dragon you're told of. He's apparently lives up north near some of the dwarven settlements
Oh, like near
near Mirabar. Yeah, he
Mirabar?
is. That's one of the reasons he's called the Deep One. Supposedly, you're told is because he has he's lived underground with some dwarves for some time.
Isn't that like really bad for a dragon?
Was what really bad for the dragon?
Like living underground for hundreds of years?
No, there's certain dragons who burrow.
Okay, then we need to message. All right, thank you, Holofar, and that was very helpful. Appreciate it.
That's
Much
like
love.
what, 5 spells of sending?
I have 8 that I can use. So
I cast fist.
So okay, then I'll message the dwarves troll breaker. Be
Okay.
like, hey troll breaker, it's me, Soren from Shadowlight. There's gonna be a Winter Queen attack on this plane in 20 days on Fate Day.
Okay.
Pretty sure that was. I can't do more than that.
Yeah. Remind me, can they respond when you cast Send, or do they have to cast it?
Yeah. They can. It's a conversation. Yeah.
Okay, let me see. And can I answer in a like manner immediately?
I
Okay.
actually can answer that question.
Okay, so yeah, you're told that she has rallied a couple of houses, but they'll be able to mobilize a lot of heavy infantry. Not necessarily, they're not necessarily huge in number, but they are very, very elite heavy infantry and shock troops.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about siege equipment and the and any more tunnel drills?
Yeah, she could definitely. They probably won't be the same level of quality as the one that Asher made, but she could definitely provide some of those. And general siege equipment, you could get some pretty high quality siege equipment. And yeah,
Here's the question: can't we since we found out that essentially the throne is being controlled by the Winter Fae, wouldn't the Purple Knights be more willing to help us?
Well,
Couldn't
we
we
got
get
that one
them to,
general
like-
in his division to help.
Because isn't he the leader? Isn't he the general of the Purple Knights?
mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
couldn't it be just like during the middle of the fight if he turned his men? Because
he could
quite
do
frankly,
that.
open
He intends on helping you do that. Helping
Yeah,
you
he's
by
gonna be a
doing that.
Peter Baelish situation for those who understand.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
he
it's
just
gonna
open
be-
the gates when we begin our attack?
Yeah, he's ready to order 66 if he needs to be.
execute orders.
Oh my god, I just found that comic where the freaking Jedi does that to fuck the Inquisitors. It's fucking metal.
What?
There's a comic that takes place after episode 3 where like a lot of the first generation Inquisitors are broken Jedi, and they come with stormtroopers that were not activated during Order 66. So he's about to get killed, and he just says, "Execute Order 66," and they start shooting the Inquisitors and wreak havoc on the freaking ocean planet where the Admiral Akbar is from.
Oh god.
Yeah, it effectively
so that's pretty
blows
much-
up that planet. Not blows it up. It makes a giant fucking war happen.
Yeah, you guys pretty much have that option at this point with Talvar's troops. You kind of have an Order 66 situation on your hands.
Yeah, so we'll. All right. So
Obviously, they don't want to just murder their own people, so they would try to be as
Subdue.
yeah,
Subdue
they
damage.
would try to, but so it's not just gonna be like wanton slaughter. But I mean, they're definitely willing to help you. So,
Okay. I'll let Trollbreaker know it's gonna be the attack on Neverwinter is gonna be on Fayday. Like,
Wait,
you
not
know,
on Fayday. It has to be before Fayday. We have to be there by Fayday.
the day on Fayday Eve. Fayday Eve.
Wait, did we agree on a day to launch the attack?
Oh, they're
I
coming.
mean, we've got 20 days to figure it out.
Yeah. So, but just tell them to like be in position a day before Fayday, basically.
okay, yeah.
And then also, if possible, do you know the location of this dragon named Oge, the deep one?
She says that she does not personally know exactly where he is at, but I mean, there is a tunnel entrance that supposedly he has been known to inhabit sometimes. She knows where that's at.
Okay, cool. Great. Bye. Now I will phone call at Talvar, I guess.
Okay.
Hey Talvar. It's Soren. We learned that the Winter Queen is going to attack on Fayday. And we are planning a distraction invasion while we infiltrate and kill the King of Neverwinter.
I mean, to be fair, Necro, it's EA's fault.
Yeah, I'm also telling him that it's EA's fault.
I was saying that to Necro because he posted the
Yep.
No, but it's probably EA's fault in this world
Hey,
too.
hey guys, remember when Inquisition had a multiplayer mode for no reason?
It's really good. See, what you didn't know is that the Winter Queen is actually the CEO of EA. And so...
Oh, you mean she's also on the board of the ESRB, which is a huge
Yes.
conflict of interest?
Yes.
So now she's gonna die.
Now she has to die.
No, it's personal.
What's the balance of a fucking plane? She has.
Yeah, she's wounded all of a sudden. Like freaking Florence comes up, pulls out his mace, and goes, "You destroyed Dragon Age." What? And he just beats her with the head.
You invented microtransactions!
This is for Battlefront and Coder.
This is for freaking FIFA!
Where's Jade Empire 2?
Where is it?
Kenji, I really want to get to a fight right now to see how much damage I could do with one hit.
Don't worry, you'll get one soon. He tells you that he'll have his troops ready to defend the plane and assist within the city if need be.
Okay. Well, I'll see him. Well, I guess we'll see you in the throne room because that's where the Winter Queen's going to come through. So that's where the main battle is going to happen.
So this is actually a question we should probably answer before leaving off. When should we siege? Do we do it right before the war? Or
The problem is it's going to be really hard to move that many people that quickly.
Okay, actually, that's a good question. Kenji, how long will it take to get all our allies to the gates of Neverwinter?
I mean, with actual regular travel times, I mean, it would probably, I'm pretty sure it would be a couple months at least.
Jesus. But they're all at Waterdeep and Mirgar.
Yeah, but you have to keep in mind that you're running supply trains and you're moving hundreds and thousands of people.
Yeah, moving an army is ridiculous.
With equipment.
So we're going to have to use magic.
The problem is, if they mobilize now, they might get there in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have to take a lot less people and a lot less supplies and go at a grueling pace and take a big risk, and they can maybe get some of their forces there in time.
What if we call on Darius's fleet to pick up our troops? Would that take less time?
That's the next phone call.
Darius at this point definitely has plenty of people beneath him that are working, and I mean, you could. That would maybe be more realistic. You would probably be able to move a bit faster.
Would we get there in, say, 2 weeks?
Are the soldiers going by foot or?
Yeah, I think we need it. I think we're going to. It's going to be less of getting their armies there and more of getting Darius there, because I don't think it's going to be easy for us to do that.
Yeah, it's really going to be hard.
That's
to
why I
move
was
an
saying
army
the
there
siege
naturally.
thing is less, to me, is less important than actually getting in there undetected to kill the king, because we might have to have a war with the king, but it doesn't matter. Even if they figure, oh god, they're attacking the king, we could have killed him by that time.
The problem, though, that Talvar has presented in the past is that not all of the generals are loyal to him or loyal to the cause, so to speak. And so there very well could be essentially a civil war in the city.
Yeah, so to me, it's more or less, can we, like, it's less of the fact of starting a siege and more the fact, can his forces and the generals loyal to him hold off against the other generals while we take out the king?
Yeah, and it's like a Helm's Deep situation too.
Mm-hmm.
Like once we're inside, like we gotta attack fast and then wait basically for cavalry to arrive.
It's not even that. It's we attack, we take them out. The cavalry is more or less to deal with the Fae loyal, who have no choice but to be loyal to the Winter Queen, that are coming through and pretty much are like, we're kind of in a shitty situation. We get it, and they're fighting while we go kill the queen.
Which is why I'm scared of taking too long to take Neverwinter. If our forces are exhausted from us, like, even the little resistance that they get, it's still a freaking how much of an army Neverwinter has.
Yeah, and like he said, like King G said, they've been marshaling their forces almost as if they were preparing for this shit.
So, but just gonna let Darius know, get all the ships, get an armada going if you can. If you have like,
Get
free
an armada. The dude has an armada. He has ghost ships.
How many ships would it take to move all our forces
there.
from Waterdeep to Neverwinter?
You can ship up some people from ship up the fire brigade from Baldur's Gate. That way, it's like they can get there quicker, and then attack the day before Fey Day.
Yeah, you're told that some of the people, I won't speak for Darius, obviously, because Stogi's not here, but I'll say that some of the people under him and some people that work with him definitely say that they can't guarantee that they'll arrive perfectly on time, and they can't guarantee that many of them will arrive, but they can try what they can with some of their faster ships to try and get some of the forces up there.
Plus, don't we have ghost ships?
Yeah, you do.
Ghost ships don't need a rest.
No, they don't.
We have,
contact Tempest. We need to find Tempest. This is if there ever was a time for him to break his freaking hidey hole bullshit, it's now.
Or at the very least, make it so all our boats can travel with the wind faster.
Tempest. I mean, yeah, he could do that.
That's not a bad idea.
Because, like, real talk, I understand that he's kind of, like, antisocial. Like, no, I don't want to be, I want to be left alone. I don't want to do this. But it's like, hey, man, the world's going to end. Now, it's now or never. It's time to execute Order 66. Get your ass up.
Well, we have time now, so we can go.
No, we don't.
We can go visit Tempest, and we can go get this dragon. That's pretty
just
much.
Message Tempest tomorrow.
Yeah, can we just call Tempest?
I don't know. Can you message a being like that?
You can message anybody as long as you're friendly with them.
He's not a deity.
Yeah, it's a creature I'm familiar with. Okay. Another one. Shut
up, DJ Khaled.
Aaron says it's Aaron says, "Can you help us not? Can you help us stop the world from ending?" Simple. Just we need to attack Neverwinter. Like, like at this point, it has to. Either he helps or it's just nothing.
Yes, I will send a message to him asking for his aid in this planar battle with the Winter Queen that's happened in 20 days.
And you get a response, a resounding voice in your head, and it says, "Tempest isn't here right now. Leave your name and number." And
Okay, Mr. Skull Fairy Man.
No. You get a response, and it is in this booming, resounding voice. Even in your head, it almost hurts. It's such a loud and powerful voice. It's like a thunderclap. And what specifically did you say to it, Soren?
That we need help with this planar battle that's taking place in 20 days against the Winter Queen at Neverwinter.
My God, you leave out all the important stuff. Jesus, you are the worst.
He only has 25 words.
I only have 25 words, you jackass.
You can send multiple.
He's sent multiple. This is like what? This is like your seventh?
I got 4 more.
He says that he will not fight directly.
Can you give our ships a breeze?
I was gonna ask him next if he can also aid our ships into getting to Neverwinter faster.
You get no response for a while, and then finally you hear in a booming voice again that causes a headache. "The ships will arrive."
Also, where's my Nimbus?
Thank you. That's all.
And then as soon as the Nimbus is mentioned, send-in gets cut. So
ask him where my Nimbus is.
Or no longer here apart.
He went dead.
You can send to him again.
That's not how it works. You don't know magic.
Actually, he does. He's got a ritual book.
Aaron's like, you know what? I'll be back. Step of the Wind runs to the marsh.
Yeah, just get to the 3-point stance and just go.
All right. Anyone else we need to contact?
Did we ever get any promise of help from Yatar? Or Yartar?
From the tar?
Yartar, sorry. I couldn't see
Jar
the
Jar?
R in the map I'm looking at.
You're talking about Yartar, the town?
Yeah, the one that you guys killed a man in. And caught them to rebel.
What are they gonna do? They're just a random town, man. They're not gonna help us.
Hey, it's a big name on the map. It's the same font size as Waterdeep.
I don't remember. I have to double check. I don't remember if it was Yartar or not that you all... Was it?
That was the poker tournament, wasn't it? And when you guys killed that guard for no reason?
That is 2 different places.
They are? Which one's which?
Was that Yartar? I thought it was somewhere else.
Was it Yartar? I thought it was
Tribor?
I thought it was... It wasn't... It was... No, because... The tournament... Yeah, I think it is the same place, I think.
Because Yartar is a fortified city. Yeah, it's not the biggest city in the world, but it's a fortified city. It's a small city.
The city we went to where we killed a person was. I don't think it had a name because it was just a small town. Because we literally talked to the.
Yartar is small, but it's a small city, which is obviously a lot bigger than a small town. So I don't know.
Yeah, because I thought where we killed the guy was a small town. Where we literally met the hell's name? The deputy? The sheriff? What the fuck?
Yeah. The captain of the guard there, yeah.
Yeah.
Kenji, look through Soren's notes.
I don't remember this at all.
I remember
we need to go
this,
through
but
the file
I'm just
footage.
double checking because I'm pretty sure it was Yartar, and I remember everything that happened there. It wasn't the same place. I remember all of it. I remember the sequence of events perfectly. But I was double checking. I guess I may have misrepresented Yartar by saying that it was a small town, I should have clarified that it was a small city. And so think of like the size of like it's like some of those small Italian cities in like Assassin's Creed games. One of those.
Wait, so
size.
is that where because that's where where they were talking about some, the god or goddess of luck, and I was like, hey, let's flip this coin that's obviously rigged.
Yeah.
The one time I got to use that fucking coin.
Yeah, the patron religion of Yartar is Tamora, the Lady of Luck. Yeah. That's the place. It's a small fortified city. They could marshal some troops, not a lot, not a great deal, but they could marshal a few hundred at least. It only has a population of like 6,000, so. Or I suppose it'd be a little larger now with the timeline, but still no more than like another 1,000 or two more. So
It would take them
they
forever
could
to
maybe
get anywhere.
muster a few. They could maybe muster a few hundred troops. That's it, and that would be the vast majority of their military. So they wouldn't want to do that, but you could get some troops from them. Namely, you could get. They have a group of mounted soldiers that defend the city called the Shields of Yartar. They're an elite group of about 150 mounted soldiers, but they are expressly for defense of the city, and so they would have to sacrifice that to help you out.
How about we ask the elementals if they can get any more elemental friends to help us?
I mean, are you sure you don't want to save Shalaya's Big Bang attack till the Winterfell fight?
No, I meant to see if she can. I meant to see if she has other friends to help us, not her going Big Bang attack.
I have a few elements. Oh, you got rid of them. God damn it.
What?
Fang got rid of his elemental.
Fang got rid of two of them.
I have left them to talk to the giant dragon lady.
You idiot! You didn't even have to bring them up.
She knew they were there. She's an ancient dragon.
Can't get those then.
Like, all you had to do was say nothing.
I can send a message to Samet.
Yeah, see if the because what Leviathan and
Zartan as openly says he's not coming back to the continent.
Well, no, the Leviathan was supposed to be a huge primordial, like one of the biggest primordials there were, wasn't he? Genji?
Yep.
In terms of sheer size?
No, just in terms of importance and everything. Like, he was supposed to be the very embodiment of something.
He's like the embodiment of water, yeah, and storms.
Yeah, so
not necessarily storm compared to tempest, but like the I guess not technically storms, but I guess the thrashing of the ocean, that sort of thing, the violence of the ocean.
So could he not, help us, maybe say like give us some water weirds or something to help the boats attack? I don't know, man. We don't really have an army that can get there in time, so we need something else.
Yep.
And the other guy, Mr. Ocean Man, not Ocean Man, actually Rock Man.
Zartan has specifically said he is not going to come back. He wants to be an island in the ocean.
I'm not asking him to help. I'm not asking him to fight with us. I'm asking him if he can tell any other smaller elementals to help us fight. God, you have a bad time listening.
I'll ask Shalai if she knows any other elementals that would be helpful to us, to our cause.
She says that the plane of fire is still in a pretty messed up state politically, but she's sure that given some time and the opportunity to do it, she could probably bring a few elementals over from the plane of fire to help with the overall siege. Yeah, or I guess plan.
Should we go to, like, do you have to be somewhere? Like, do we have to go to the Varashna, like, temple, or?
No, she would have to have a circle to do it. She would have to have the ritual materials, basically.
Okay.
guys, it seems like we can get a couple fire elementals. I think that's just like personally, to fight the Winterfell. It's not going to be a huge force,
Well, can you use sending to ask Leviathan and was it Zartan? Zartan? Did we ever get his real name?
Zartan,
His name is
the name I've been saying.
What?
I have no mental connection with those creatures.
Yeah.
You know of them though.
Mark.
You're literally familiar with them. Well, you're familiar with Leviathan.
Oh yeah, don't I still have a psychic connection to Zartan?
I mean, you can't. There's no telepathy at this point. No.
But he said I could talk to him though.
There's a funny thing about that Silver Dragon's vault.
No, it's magically sealed.
Yeah, remember when you were supposed to shut the hell up and not mention those kinds of things?
Look, we were dealing with some shit. I didn't want them falling into the wrong hands.
So you gave them to a dragon?
A very nice lady dragon.
No, I'm sorry, let's rephrase that. You opened your mouth and then had them taken from you by a dragon. Because guess
They
what?
agreed
The
to
answer
go.
was yes. Yeah, because they were in front of a dragon. Their answer was going to be yes no matter what because they had no choice. You fool. So, Kenshi, are you saying that sending wouldn't even work for Leviathan?
Negatory.
God damn it, Mark. Well, Aaron's going to go talk to the rocks and everything in Primordial, and he's going to come back with a bunch of chimwingas and go, okay, they're not going to be helpful, but they're nice. You know what those are, Kenji?
Sorry, I didn't hear all of what you said. What?
Oh, I said
specifically?
Aaron's going to go randomly talk to nature and come back with a bunch of chimwingas and go and be like, okay, so they're not going to be able to help us fight, but they're adorable.
Yes, this is a good plan. This is a good one.
Because Aaron speaks Aaron speaks elemental.
Well, I guess if you want to go find some twingers, you can. But I think, for the most part, is there anyone the party would have wanted to contact other than the elementals? Because you would have to go see about the vault for that, which is its own thing.
Mom, there's someone trying to destroy the world.
So should we head to the dragon first? That's like the first move we should make.
I think it is.
Shot in the dark before we end. Does Mira know anybody that could help? Because she's been gone for years.
Oh, are you talking about the centaur?
Yeah.
I mean, she definitely has contacts, and she definitely would probably know people in the Sealy court. Yeah.
At this point, Aaron has scholars helping him figure out how they do the interspecies tango.
But yeah, she would probably have some contacts in the summer court.
All right, teleport. Anybody? Anyone want to teleport?
Sure.
Does Mirror Bar
How
have a
great.
circle?
Oh, you don't need a circle for teleport, but
Oh,
a circle
right.
guarantees that it'll succeed.
Yeah, I'm ready to warp to talk to a dragon.
Yeah, I think I'm good on my part too.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
if I guess finding the dragon is our first move, I mean, it's only one person in the party that can cast teleport. I guess we're listening to him.
Dragon face.
I have to look at the things that supposed to teleport though, because the problem is that the lair would not be familiar to him.
But he could just teleport us to Mirabar, and we can take it from there.
Yeah, we can just. I mean, he's been there, or if not, we can just describe it to him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows enough about Mirabar to get to Mirabar.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see. So you would need him to take you to Mirabar, you said?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. If you guys had rolled 3 less, you would have had a mishap.
Oh, thank God.
If he would have rolled 3 less, yeah, it would have been bad. So he's only been to Mirabar once. He's only seen it once, and so he tries to conjure up an image of the opening streets of Mirabar, the kind of great gates there. But it does not exactly pan out. And so where you instead end up is that you're taken to the great opening gates of Luskan. It says the nearest, it's not generally the nearest similar visual place, conceivably anywhere on the plane. So he conjures up his image of the elaborate gates, and you're placed at the elaborate gates of Luskan.
Motherfucker.
What? Where are we?
He rolled. Yeah, he rolled similar on the teleportation, and under the rules of similar, it is somewhere that is thematically similar. So, like for example, if you try to teleport to a wizard's laboratory that you remember and you roll similar, you might go to another wizard's laboratory. In this case, he tried to teleport to Mirabar's Great Gates, and instead teleported to Luskan's Great Gates.
I mean, not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's like a day long. Come on.
We could take a boat. It'd probably be faster, right?
Yeah, if you took a boat, then you could get there in
For
like
you, dirtbags.
a couple days.
Yeah, let's
Take
do
2
that.
days. The hell?
It's still days though.
Kenji, that's less than a foot. It's like 2 inches at most.
What are you talking about? What?
On the map, it's like 2 inches from Luskan to Mirabar. At
That's
most.
more than 2 inches, buddy.
3.
That is at least 4 finger notches.
Well, it kind of depends on how far you're zoomed in.
I'm at 100%.
Also depends on your screen size.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 1 inch, 1.5.
I
And
told
as we
you.
all know, 1 inch is 30 miles.
I'm pretty sure we could get there in a day.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily have to be 2 days, but it would just be between a day and 2.
Like,
If you took
I
a
mean,
boat.
I could, because I have something for this.
Assuming you went up the River Mirar, then yeah, you could.
And have ever to control water getting over there?
I guess technically you could, yeah, if you had enough casts of it.
All right, let's go steal some buy some boats.
Yeah, there are boats that travel up and down this river a lot, so ferries and stuff. Not like Fey ferries, like ferrymen. And you all could get there for, we'll say, for that distance, considering that you needed extra speedy, we'll call it even and say a gold apiece.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, and control water. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Conditions are favorable, and by the next evening, you've made it to Mirabar.
All right, we should definitely rest. I'm gonna send one more message to Tyen and let him know the plan, and be there in 19 days on the. He knows what's happening. Just like
Yeah,
get as
he
many
says
druids as possible.
he says he's gonna leave some druids to contain the tree. Though.
Smart. Yeah, of course, protect the tree. But like, if you can spare anybody.
All right. So, anything else?
I guess I'll also message. Shit, I have one. I think I have one more.
Well, it would have been. You would have had time to take a long rest on the.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I'll message. Thalos.
Okay. What do you tell him? What do you?
I don't know. Did he just like go back to work when he got back to Waterdeep?
Yeah. Generally, he doesn't stick around in one place. He tends to. He kind of likes to take 2 birds with 1 stone, and so a lot of times when he's traveling in various things, he's also traveling between, strongholds and chapters of the guild, the order. So
Just be like, I know that, the Neverwinter branch is recovering, but if we could set up any sabotages on that day, that'd be
he
great.
says anything more than that, there's no way, but they could definitely get some saboteurs.
Yeah, just like blow up some bridges or something. I don't know.
Yeah. He says that mainly he would imagine that they would try and hit bridges, maybe things like that might slow down the response time for defense.
Yeah, that's it. Just little things like that help.
Yeah. All right. If there's nothing else, we can. I assume are you coming to Mirabar to talk to Trollbreaker, or is it because of Og?
Oh yeah, no. I thought I already spoke with Trollbreaker, but
Right.
We do need to find the entrance. So maybe that old lady knows.
I mean, if push comes to shove, couldn't we get Trollbreaker and maybe the rest of them to help because they're way closer to Neverwinter? How long would it take them to get to Neverwinter?
No, they said that they're getting a bunch of troops that are going to come.
Yeah, but how long would it take them to get there?
Considering they're moving a relatively small force, they could definitely get there. If they started moving now, they could get some troops over to Neverwinter in the next couple weeks. So you're pretty sure that the elite heavy dwarf infantry would be there in time.
We made the right pact. in that branching decision. Good.
Yeah, they kind of have the shock troops, so to speak. So there's not many of them, but they're heavy infantry.
Now all we need are the mages from the circle and the human archers, or the elven archers.
About that, I got contact with my father. Apparently, we got some combat mates, medics
God,
on
let's
our.
turn into an anime real quick.
You
We
say
got
that,
combat
but his
mates,
other
Jesus.
character in the other campaign has a freaking combat maid.
Several actually, but yeah, I got some medics coming our way.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Yeah, they mention also that they can contact some of the. There won't be very many of them because there are so few. They'll be able to travel pretty fast, and there's also some. They'll be able to use a bit of magic transportation. Some of the nearby clerics from Golden Fields have also volunteered. So
There's your mages from the damn tower.
All right, so we're in Mirabar, right?
Mhm.
Cool.
is there?
So, are we going immediately to find that dragon's lair, or are we taking a
Yeah,
second?
that's basically what I'm asking. If you all are going to spend some time in Mirabar, or if you're going to immediately set out for the dragon next session.
I don't think we
I
have
don't think
time.
I don't think we have time. As long as our spell slots are all rested and good, I think we should go.
Look, because I owe that bitch a fight. Is all I'm gonna say.
Oh, you want to
Okay.
spend?
Aaron has not forgotten about that.
How about this? We'll send her a letter declaring asking for a formal duel, and then on our way back from talking to the dragon.
You guys are bitches, he says.
We need to do business, then pleasure, sir.
What?
Yeah, I thought you wanted to fuck that dwarf. Isn't that
No,
what
it's
we're
a
talking about?
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Fighting is your pleasure.
That's how it starts.
You guys are weird, and I'm leaving this conversation.
Right, we have to look up Mercer's dwarf elf cross race. And that silence, we should end this session.
Yep. Let me not think, because whenever I heard dwarf elf cross race, I thought of like a horrible abomination.
It's
thought of,
actually
like,
not as bad as you might think.